Yay! Do we? Okay, now we gotta figure out what we're talking about.
It's your channel. It's not my problem.
Oh fuck! Sake. We're yeah.
Well, we have the air conditioner in the background,
Yes.
which I'm not going to apologize
Tell me how
because,
fucking hot it is out there. Jesus Lord.
well, we're fat guys and we don't want to go back downstairs.
I was explaining that to somebody at work. I was like, look, I'm Scottish. Genetically geared for the Highlands of Scotland, not this humid ash Midwest shit.
That's why they wore the kilts, right?
Exactly.
So their balls wouldn't sweat during the battlefield.
Yeah. It's like we need to preserve freedom for our lands, but we can't be sweating all over the place. Some such.
So Whitey's live stream cherry was popped.
Yay.
What did you think? Will you always
I'm
remember
still
it?
walking funny.
Mrs. Cracker, you'll probably hear giggling in the background.
Yay, we got Joker.
Oh,
I think.
nope.
No, we don't.
Says he found you.
Yeah, what the hell?
Maybe he just hasn't joined in yet.
Okay, I'm on Patreon, but I don't Livestream. You know, why
On
are you
YouTube.
YouTube, bro.
Oh, someone's watching. There you go. One viewer.
Is it Joker?
I don't know. You're asking me. This is your fucking
I
channel.
know, ridiculous. So, what else is going? What do you think of?
Well, we were watching Scary Movie, and I was dying.
I saw that years ago. It's one of those movies where it's like you chuckle at something stupid, chuckle at something.
I at least made sure we watched until Carmen Electra got naked. Got close enough, and then I checked out. I love how you're doing a live stream on your channel and you're staring at your phone the whole time.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to. Well, we were talking about all the Me Too movement of sorts, but all the different weirdos, and then the other phenomenon that's going on: school teachers having sex with their students.
That never happened when we were in high school.
You guys ever hear Mary Kay Letourneau?
That's the only person you ever bring up is Mary Kay Letourneau. And that's because Mary Kay Letourneau was this one chick who was banging the...
But for you at home, there's someone sitting over there named Mrs. Cracker.
And she always goes back to Mary Kay Letourneau.
You always say nobody ever did that before.
No, I said nobody was doing it when we were in high school.
Well,
That's because we didn't really have any attractive teachers, so no one probably wanted to admit it.
Or was it us?
Probably a little bit of both. Mary Kay Letourneau was this teacher who banged some 13-year-old Mexican kid, and it was ongoing. And then she got arrested, and then they kept the affair going while she was arrested and in prison. And then now they're married with kids. The only reason anybody knows about her is because there's a fucking Lifetime movie made. That's why Mrs. Cracker knows about it.
no, I knew about it before.
Coach Sheldon was banging the new Spanish teacher. That's as close as we got. There you go.
Hi, Joker!
Hi, Joker.
Where was Roger? We gotta get Roger back.
Maybe he's one and done with you.
Oh no. Maybe he went to bed. Oh, it says hello. Coach Sheldon. Huh.
I just read
It
that.
just keeps coming back up. I don't know why it does that. Anyway.
So you can see
but
the previous message when someone else comments. In case
That's
you missed it.
that's an interesting question though, because what we were talking about a moment with Mary Kid is that was it not happening, or you just didn't have 24-hour news and Twitter and all that stuff, and so we just didn't know about
You know what? The most I knew concerning the teachers and sex with our high school is that our dean was a lesbo, and she was probably banging the biology teacher. I'm not gonna say names on this, but
Huh. We had the one guy who was a creep.
the gym teacher who was caught washing his car naked in his garage.
Tell that story.
Are you thinking
I've
of
heard
another
this.
story?
I've heard this story.
Well, I'm not going to say his name. We'll just call him Mr. Whitey.
Mr. Well, thanks, guy. Okay, so
He was
John Q.
Yeah, John Q. Public was in his garage washing his car, and I get he was butt ass naked.
All right, oh, I said your name.
Yeah, even though it says it right there, like nobody's watching this shit except her and Joker, anyways.
Yeah, well,
Anyways, he was washing his car. I guess he was butt ass naked. He was in his garage, but he had his garage door open, and people saw, and he got in trouble, and he never came back to school after that. He got arrested
Well,
for.
you can't go back to school after that.
No, you're not going back to our high school if you're a
maybe
teacher.
that's why he did it. He's like, fuck this. What was he again? What was his?
Gym teacher.
He was a gym teacher.
Mr. O'Brien.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't want to say his name on this, but yeah.
Oh,
But again, it's not my channel. I don't give a
that
shit.
was that Rosette?
No, it's high
High
school. He was a high school. He was a high school gym teacher.
I must have fucking amnesia or something. Yeah. Anyway, that's our town. So
Everybody
that
knew him by his first name.
Yeah, everyone
Okay.
knew him by his first name, and he didn't want to come back to the high school. I mean, well, would you want to?
No.
Would you want to go if you're a gym teacher or a teacher at all at our high school in the '90s
No.
and go back to?
I didn't want to be there, and I wasn't naked in my in my garage. Oh, but nowadays you'd be like, "Hey, kids," you know, live stream the whole thing and make a shit ton of money. Different world, but yeah, it's just like.
You're saying the Me Too movement. There's a difference
There's
between the
that
Me
in
Too
between.
movement and washing your car naked
Right.
in your.
But it just like that's another thing that's going on now. Like schools are not safe
No.
the way they were.
No.
When we were kids, like you worried about people not liking you socially and not being in with the cool crowd, or you didn't worry about it.
Yeah.
But it's like now, it's like, am I going to get killed in the morning? You know,
Mm-hmm.
am I going to get killed during home ec?
You know what? And I don't know about you. I didn't think our high school was that bad when we were in it. It wasn't like the high school now when there's fights all the time.
Yeah,
and
we were-
teachers getting beat up.
It was starting to head that way
Mhm.
as Chicago was moving in.
Yeah, I got out just in the nick of time. I got out in '99, and you're
Yeah,
2000.
it was So it was in that time where, and I'm not making that up. Like
No.
we were starting to see more black kids move in.
Yeah, because
and
Cabrini Green,
Yeah,
Green
got
shut down, and then they brought everybody
came
into
here.
the DeKalb area.
And the black kids would fight all the time. It's just like 2 years ago we didn't
There
have
was a lot
this.
of that going on when I remember being junior, senior. So right before, like you were a freshman,
Yeah, so she was class of '97.
and
Yeah.
you weren't there yet. But I remember
You still got my Batman pin.
girls
Oh, yeah.
fighting, like fist fighting in front of my lockers, and I'm like, I have to get on the bus. I just need to get.
I just want to
Yeah.
go. I just want my backpack. Can you scoot over an inch, beat her up over there?
Yeah.
And just like I know there was like
Graffiti?
Graffiti.
Yes, spray paint on the stuff. I
Yeah.
was there when they spray painted the rival school, spray painted the F
Yeah,
on the bell.
on the
I was
bell.
there with that
Mhm.
year.
But it's.
You know what the funny thing is? A lot of the pranks that happened between our high school and the rival high school, our coaches helped with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were knee deep in that shit.
Yeah. Oh, all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, our teachers were assholes. All right, well that's it
a
at the Vogue party.
Fact. That is a fact. We had some real dicks. I don't know. I couldn't be a school teacher.
No,
I couldn't do it.
I hate adults enough. I would never want to have to be stuck in a room with a bunch of teenagers.
And that's another thing I've been wanting to address to my massive audience is that when I was
Audience.
your age, we used you would back in the day you would get a beating from the teacher, and then when you came home you got a beating from your parents.
Hmm.
Now,
Oh yeah,
like
my boss, she's retired now, so she doesn't work there now. But she went to school with the nuns, and the nuns would beat
Yeah.
the shit out of her.
yeah, but now it's like the parents fight against the teachers.
Hmm.
Like you're not going to say that to my child. You're not going to tell my child he's mentally retarded. So it's just like instead of, there's the whole thing. I've been following stuff where they're like in the hood, the colored kids will be like, we don't have to listen to you, you white and stuff. And so it's like you're fighting this uphill battle,
Hmm.
not only against the kids who don't want to be there, but the parents
Mm.
who are a complete pain in the ass. And when I was working at St. Mary's, it was the inverse where the parents were behind the teachers. And you could tell the difference
Yeah.
because it's still really hard to be a teacher. These kids just don't want to be boxed in all day,
Right.
sit in that building, but their parents were backing the teachers' play. That's huge. So I just want to make that point. Now let's talk about movies with tits in them. What was the lady's name who got the tit removed?
Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
Who still looks good.
Still looks good.
Oh, she does. She was the only reason to watch Scary Movie, and after she was killed after 5 minutes.
Watching now, numb nuts. All right, we got Joker. We're good. Sorry, you were saying.
we were watching a scary movie, and Carmen Electra died after 5 minutes, and there's no other reason to watch that movie.
Yeah.
And she still looks good. But she didn't show her tits in that one. She just got in her underwear.
That's another thing that could come back is titty movies.
Well, you just got nowhere to look.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. We remember the 80s, they were like Revenge of the Nerds. And now we're
Well,
in
you
the
can't
era of
have those. You
PC.
can't.
Exactly.
You can't have. You cannot have.
Exactly.
You cannot have. You couldn't have Revenge of the Nerds now. Obviously.
No.
There's no way you couldn't even have American Pie now.
It is funny having you right over there.
Also, Prince's girlfriend back in the day, he gave her the name. Yeah, there was the scene where, like, the boyfriend was tied up and it ended up being Prince, and she's like, he's not my boyfriend. We fucked a couple of times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But there's no way you could have Revenge of the Nerds now. Definitely couldn't have American Pie, because you guarantee now the scene where, like, they're videotaping her in the bedroom, that's going to be a
Yeah.
Me Too movement type of thing. So there's no way.
Yeah, just and Revenge of the Nerds, the cameras all set up and they're
Mhm.
spying on it. Just you can't have Porky's.
Oh, God,
There
no.
goes Porky's. What else? I mean, really,
Any type of sex comedy.
that's why everything sucks now, because there's not a whole lot you're allowed to do anymore.
No, your hands are. You got to be careful of who you're. If you're going to offend this audience, that audience, you got to know
Yeah.
what demographic you're going for, and that's why it's all. What's her face? Who's that fat chick that everyone makes fun of?
That narrowed the list.
The one that did the Netflix special. You hate her. She looked.
Oh, Schumer?
Amy Schumer.
Oh yeah.
That's why it's nothing but her and Melissa McCarthy. So it's all. Amy
Because they're the
Schumer.
only ones allowed to say anything.
Amy
The
Schumer
only
gets
ones allowed to
laid. We
talk.
know Amy Schumer gets laid a lot, and Melissa McCarthy fall down, go boom.
What about Rebel Wilson?
Who's Rebel Wilson?
From, what is it? Bridesmaids or something.
Is that the other fat? That's the
Yeah.
other fat one. She has a career because she's fat.
He's,
I think. I mean, I didn't.
You say she always looks greasy.
She does look greasy. She looked like she just went to Kentucky Fried Chicken and they just poured the grease on her. That was her shower. You could smell her through the TV. You could, because you know, it looks like every pore on her face had just opened up and said hello to you every time you see her.
I don't know who this person is, but
I will send you a picture of her, and you will hate me for it.
yeah. Yeah. Ew.
Singing. What's that?
She's in that singing movie, and her reason for being in the singing movie is because she's the fat chick that's picked on by the girls, but she's got the wonderful voice, and now they've made 3 movies about it because you can stretch a fat joke as far as you can if it's a chick.
Oh, I'm just sick of this poor me shit. It's SJW, everybody's a victim. And if everybody's a victim, who are the villains? Yeah,
Men.
straight white men.
Man!
Straight white men. We're the only.
Well, that's why. Did you have you ever seen Heathers
Yeah.
The Christian
Lady
Slater
Gaga
with-
blows up.
and Winona Ryder? Did you
Yeah.
see that they remade that as a television show?
I was aware of that, forgot about it. Was
Do you
happy
know?
with
And this is
it.
perfect.
Is it any good?
Do you know who the 3 Heathers are? Now, you know in the original the Heathers were the hot chicks, right? The mean girls. It was like
Yes.
the 80s version of Mean Girls, right?
Mhm.
Do you know what the Heathers are now?
Straight white men?
No.
Mormons.
Black girl.
Okay.
Now, remember, they're all named Heather because of a black girl. A black girl. The leader is a fat, lesbian, mean-looking biker girl. And a gay dude. Those are the Heathers.
Why does everything that happen happen?
That's the Heathers.
Okay.
Now, I don't know why the gay guy is named Heather. I don't know if it's pre-op, post-op.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Michelle Obama.
Is she post-op, pre-op?
I don't know, but she's
Is that why you brought her up?
her dick's huge. Is my point.
I'm glad I don't know anything about politics.
Yeah, that's a political position. I got your political position right here.
Post-op.
Everything, this remake shit, man.
Mhm.
It's so weird that our youth is now like the nostalgia.
And then Overboard is now being remade. You know, the Kurt Russell Goldie Hawn movie. You ever see that one? Goldie
Oh,
Hawn.
yeah.
Goldie Hawn plays this rich snob, right? Kurt Russell is the everyday man. He's a carpenter, single dad. His mom died. He's
Okay.
raising like 4 kids, and he's Tater Tot's talking to you, and
And she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't know what tater tot is. She wasn't there for the context of it.
and the shower scene in Porky's would be a sex crime now, exactly.
Mhm.
But he was this carpenter, right? And she's this rich snob, and he was working on her boat. She wouldn't pay him, type of thing. Next night, she falls off the boat, gets amnesia, and he goes to the police station, claims to be the husband, and he's going to make her work off the debt, type of thing. And of course, you know how these go. They have a relationship, fall in love, blah, blah, blah. Really funny movie, actually. It's a good 80s
Okay.
family film. You might actually like it for the most part.
Huh.
They remade it with Anna Faris. She was the chick in Scary Movie. You know, she's blonde now.
Okay.
And some dude, and they did the role reversal. It's the dude that was the rich snob, and she's the everyday working person, and then he gets the amnesia, and she makes him.
That hurt my brain.
I love telling you all this stuff and making you feel uncomfortable.
What's pumpkin?
Pumpkinhead is a horror movie that you would probably want to kill yourself after watching.
But it's Lance.
It's Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
That man will do anything for money, though, when it comes to movies.
I tell you, he's been in some great ones.
And Punky Brewster in it.
That's the second one.
Oh.
Second one has Punky Brewster in it.
They made a Pumpkinhead too.
They have 4 of them.
Oh my god! If you can make $20, you just keep making those $20.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hi everybody on the show.
We have-
So, really, Pumpkinhead? What's the plot on Pumpkinhead?
Plot is Lance Henriksen is Joker would do anything for money. Period. Pumpkinhead is Lance Henriksen plays this country bumpkin, and he has a little boy. You know, the evil kids from the city come in. They accidentally kill him and
Oh.
doing their dirt bikes. You know, he was in the way, type of thing. And it was like a hit and run. They leave the kid for dead. Lance Henriksen finds out. He knows there's an old witch who lives in the backwoods, and she knows how to. She knows how to gain revenge.
Is that the witch?
No, that's Pumpkinhead.
Oh, okay.
And she says, you know, I can't bring back the dead, but I can make the wrong things right. She conjures the demon. The demon stalks the kids through the rest of the film,
Wow.
type of thing. It's cheesy 80s schlock that you would hate,
Sure.
but it does
But
have
it's
that.
also Lance Henriksen.
And it's
yeah.
80s Lance Henriksen. It's like right
Yeah.
off of, I think he had just finished doing Aliens. So it's before, like, you guys are retarded.
I know. Sorry.
Oh, I don't care. It's your channel. That's Pumpkinhead. And then they made 3 other ones. And by the 4th one, it's like Pumpkinhead is stuck in the middle of the feud between the Hatfields and the McCoys. With the ghost of Lance Henriksen.
Pumpkinhead in space.
I would pay.
Yeah.
They put Jason in there.
Jason's been there, Pinhead's been everywhere. Even the Leprechaun's been in space.
That is one thing.
Leprechaun's been in space?
Yeah. Leprechaun's been in space, Jason's been in space, Pinhead's been in space. Michael and Freddy haven't been yet. But I would pay to see Pumpkinhead in space. You would.
We need real super esoteric. Did you ever see Graveyard Shift?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
What did they even have? It was like this rat monster.
There's this gigantic rat bat monster that was killing the people that were working
working the
cotton mill.
graveyard shift. Yeah, the place got shut down because of infestation,
Mm-hmm.
and then they sent in a crow to clear out the infestation, and then
They were dying.
rat monster starts killing people.
It's cool though because Brad Dourif, the voice of Chucky, plays the mean racist exterminator.
Really? Yeah.
It's a shit movie.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I don't even know why I remember. It's just one of those things.
I don't know why it popped up in your head. We were talking about Pumpkinhead, and
But it's kind of similar because it's a monster film. So whatever that monster was called,
I don't even think they call
they
it.
didn't even give it a name. So in space.
What are you laughing at? The fuck are you laughing
I
at?
just had a memory of
I wonder if they can.
Not another teen movie.
Please make this
Can
worth
you
it.
hear you?
No. I can't.
I hope you make this interruption worth it. I don't care that we're being interrupted.
No,
I'm talking about the way she's laughing.
Is the mic picking up Mrs. Cracker? Is my
When you
question.
were talking about pumpkins, I automatically thought of not another teen movie, but it was like, that'll do pumpkin.
That'll do pumpkin tits. And that's Randy Quaid saying pumpkin tits. Have you seen Randy Quaid lately?
How do I get on here?
On your channel?
Yeah.
Click on my videos. Click on
Here we go.
live. And there'll probably be a delay. See?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now say stuff.
Say something so we can see if you're picking up on the mic.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, it works.
Good enough.
All right, now you guys watch you. All right,
Now
okay.
turn that off because you're gonna.
Yeah.
Well, you can keep that open because you can still see the chat. So
Yeah.
when Joker or Rachel, like she's talking about pumpkin tits now. At least this way we don't have to go like this. You know, see, so I'm watching you, but now you can look like that. Instead, we don't have to do like the extreme close-up if you don't want to. I think you kind of like doing the extreme close-up though, don't you?
Yeah, extreme close up. Whoa!
What would you do if they remade Wayne's World with chicks? And who? Would
Oh,
you,
no.
And who do you think the chicks would be?
Everybody from Ghostbusters
That'd be the
2016.
two girls from Saturday Night Live. The one that was in Mean Girls and the one that's on. what-
It will be Leslie Jones, the black girl from Ghostbusters. She'll be Wayne.
Leslie Jones. No, Leslie Jones would be Garth.
She'll be both of them.
Oh my
They'll somehow make her
God.
be both of them.
No, it ended up being like Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum will be no, because they'll do the
Wayne.
no. Channing Tatum will be the Tia Carrere part. He's the musician that Leslie Jones falls in love with.
This is warping my. This.
It'd be the two girls from Saturday Night Live that do everything together.
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live since like 1994.
The girl that's in Mean Girls.
You guys.
Has a scar in her
This
face.
whole concept just
Tina
gave me
Fey.
erectile
Tina Fey,
dysfunction.
Tina Fey,
I'm not even gonna be on
Tina Fey, and
screen
Amy
anymore.
Poehler.
Yeah, it'd be them.
They're funny, so it won't be them because that would be a good idea. It'll probably be like you
looking
said.
for bad ideas?
Well, I'm thinking of who they would pick. They'd probably pick 2 out of the 4 from Ghostbusters. It'll probably be Leslie Jones, and then Melissa McCarthy. And like I said, Channing Tatum. He would probably be the, the love interest.
That's. Ah. Yeah, my dick doesn't work now. Thank you. Like to remake Wayne's World with anybody else would be a sin against God.
If you get a mirror, we'll be able to time travel. Huh?
Oh, because I'm showing. Yeah, I did this and I was showing showing us them.
You
watching
really
this.
are like a kid, aren't you?
I am. It's a new toy. But then I realized I was spending my money on that, so I'm going to spend your money on it instead. So, but that's a horrifying idea. Tell me that's not happening.
It's not.
Thank
Yet.
Jesus. To bring back Wayne's World would be fine. But what would, as long as it's, the guys. But what would you do with it?
There's nothing that they can do. See, that's why, like we mentioned in your last live stream, they're bringing back Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
But they're still going on with that story. It's, the basic story was, their music helped save
So now
the
they're
world.
in the 60s and they're doing it again?
Mhm.
They just haven't stopped smoking dope?
They weren't just because Keanu Reeves played a lot of stoners. He was not a stoner in Bill and Ted. He was just an idiot.
Oh.
Yeah. But the plot was, they created, they played, their music saved the world, made peace and this and that. I was just about to say Bill and Ted, yep. But they're now in their 50s, however old
I know.
Keanu and
Yeah,
Alex
everybody
were.
is.
But they still haven't written the song to save the world. So the whole plot, it's called Bill and Ted Face the Music. So
Okay.
the whole plot is them trying to write the song that's going to save the world. And William Sadler is going to be back as the Grim Reaper.
Oh, nice.
So
So you like playing bass?
I hope so.
That's what I would do.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope.
Still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
William Sadler's still alive.
Still with us? He better be.
Anytime there's a Stephen King drama, he's usually thrown in it.
Oh.
He's good. I liked him a lot in like The Green Mile and Shawshank.
Oh, for sure. And what was the one with Billy Zane he was in? The little.
He was in a movie with Billy Zane.
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't Critters. He wasn't in Critters. Titanic.
Yeah.
Billy Zane. No, Billy Zane wasn't Back to the Future, but William Sadler wasn't.
It was like a Tales from the Crypt kind of thing.
Oh, Demon Knight.
Demon Knight.
Yes. Oh, I love that movie. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, and so Billy Zane was the devil.
Basically, close enough.
Or
He doesn't age. He definitely bathes in the blood of virgins.
He must. I don't know.
He's been bald since like his 20s, but facially he doesn't age at all.
yeah.
They'll remake Demon Knight with Leslie Jones, Melissa McCarthy.
Demon Knight with the cast of.
They won't have to put any makeup on Leslie Jones to be the demon.
That's dude.
It's
That's
weird that
you're gonna get blocked on Twitter for that one.
This is your channel, not mine.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna get blocked on
When
Twitter.
I'm watching you guys, you're backwards and.
I know, and it's on a delay and everything.
Yeah.
How do you think I feel? I'm watching this phone here, but I could see the reflection here on his phone, and sometimes it freezes, and
Yes.
see?
Yeah, you're backwards. It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, what I do? Hit a button. Always with the buttons.
You are so stupid. Hey, speaking of Leslie Jones, you know when a lot of those celebrities, like sex tapes and like nudie pictures were released, like without their permission, you know one of them was Leslie Jones?
Ah, was she hot?
You sure it wasn't?
Oh,
Is she banging?
I'd rather look at Grace Jones naked than Leslie Jones.
Who's the blonde in that?
What?
The lesbian blonde in Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Kate McKinnon.
she was fun. You know what? As much as people shit on the Ghostbusters remake, and I reviewed it on my channel, and I did the best I could to find some good in that movie.
Right.
She was good. I liked her.
Kate
That blonde,
McKinnon.
she was funny, even though she's the one that made the queef joke.
Yeah.
But that's not her fault. She didn't write it.
But her character.
Her character was very fun.
Her character was like the upshot.
She would have been like the Egon character. And Leslie Jones was. Oh, yeah, 4.
Ooh.
Leslie Jones wasn't as bad as the commercials made her.
Yes.
She sucked though,
Yeah.
but
But
it was a turd of a movie.
It was awful, and we for years we said that was gonna happen.
And I finally watched it and reviewed it, and I did my damnedest to find some good. And I did find some entertaining things to come from that movie, but it was still a turd.
Yeah.
It was not good at all.
But it was a turd on our heritage.
Shit in the hat. Fuck the shit in the
Yeah.
hat stuff.
Shit in the hat.
Fuck, because that still makes me think of 100. What is it, A Million Ways to Die in the West?
Yes.
Fuck that movie, and fuck you for making me watch that movie.
Yeah, that makes me miss the old Whitey show.
You shouldn't have deleted it.
You
That's your
know,
own
they
fault.
were on me like stink on shit, dude. YouTube was pressing me.
Objective Realist.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, I recognize that name in your
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's my hero.
Ah, that guy.
He's my Captain Planet. He's my hero.
Captain
Gonna take
Planet.
pollution down to 0. But no,
If they remade Captain Planet, who would be Captain Planet?
Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones is Captain Planet.
Leslie Jones is taking on.
Well,
taking a bunch
was it Funny or Die did one with Don Cheadle painted up like Captain Planet?
Oh my god!
It'd be
really?
the same thing. Yeah, he looked scary.
Hamburger Hill, Don Cheadle.
He looked scary as shit. Imagine, like, Don, they're both black, but imagine add 50 pounds.
Oh my god! Leslie Jones is a scary looking dude, and she's a woman, but she would still make a scary looking dude. Like, I played offense line in high school. I wouldn't want to line up against her, as I know. I'd be like, God damn, this is gonna be a long day.
Oh man, she does seem like she would. Yeah, I would not want to make that woman mad.
No. Good thing she's in comedy, you know.
But she's not funny.
I didn't see it.
Not just well, because like I said, I watched Ghostbusters and she wasn't as bad as
As
what they showed in the
commercial,
trailers and the
yes.
commercials. But I've also seen other clips. All she does is yell and scream.
Yeah.
But
And I've seen clips and she forgets her lines a lot.
Have you seen any of the other movies that she
Movies?
does?
No.
Whatever it is she does?
You're doing well.
No, I haven't seen anything else she's done. I've seen clips from Saturday Night Live, and I don't know why she's on it because she's not funny at all.
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live since like Chris Farley was on it.
I
Yeah,
haven't either.
yeah.
That was the last time it was funny, in my opinion. Was Saturday was like the Adam Sandler. Even though I fucking hate Adam Sandler, was
No.
Sandler Day.
Yeah, but in the day.
I can't even go back and watch his shit.
Yeah.
I hate him. If I wanted to watch, if I wanted to watch an adult, man child just scream at the camera, I'd watch your videos.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though,
He makes a
the
lot
only-
more money than I do.
yeah, everybody makes more money than you
Yeah,
do.
everybody does.
The only time I will say I enjoyed Adam Sandler, I liked the Longest Yard remake,
Okay.
mainly for
Yeah, that wasn't
mainly
too
for
bad.
the other characters.
Right.
But I can't even go back and enjoy Billy Madison anymore because
Wow.
he's too retarded in that now.
Okay.
Happy Gilmore I never really liked.
But we
I liked Click because it's Adam Sandler. He has to have a fucking 30-second fart joke in it, and it just ruins it.
him and fart jokes.
I hate fart jokes.
Can't do it.
Oh.
But we were talking about this in the last live stream. Kids, go look it up. But I mentioned, like, as we get older or politics shift, and we look back at old stuff. That's a good point. There.
I can't go back and watch because of how much I just dislike him now. I cannot stand anything Adam Sandler, and because of that fucker, Rob Schneider is still somewhat relevant because he's got to put that asshole in every single one of his movies.
Rob Schneider.
See, even she knows what I'm talking. And the thing is, you know what I really hate about Rob Schneider, other than that he sucks.
Oh, you need more?
Yeah. Remember when Mel Gibson got drunk and hated the Jews?
Yeah.
He got arrested and he went on this anti-Jew tirade.
Yeah.
After that happened, Rob Schneider, he either said something on Facebook or tweeted or did TMZ or something, I don't know. Because it was probably, 10 years ago?
It was a while ago now.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
He said, because he's Jewish, Schneider, he said, paraphrasing, he basically said, I will never work with Mel Gibson because of that. When would Rob Schneider ever
work with
get a
Mel-
role
yeah, you weren't
in a Mel
gonna-
Gibson film?
Never.
And
If they ever do a Lethal Weapon again.
And here's the thing, not just that. He's mad, rightfully so. He's Jewish. Mel Gibson did an anti-Jew tirade. Whatever. Every time you see him in an Adam Sandler movie, he is a racist stereotype.
Hmm.
My wife really likes 51st Days. He's a racist stereotype of an islander.
This is true.
He's a
This is
racist.
good point.
He's a bad redneck stereotype in The Water Boy. Big Daddy. He's a Middle Easterner delivering groceries.
Yeah.
That's a racist stereotype.
Yes.
The one where him and Kevin James, they're the two homos that get married. He's a racist Indian stereotype.
Yeah.
No, Asian stereotype. It doesn't matter. He's a racist
a
stereotype.
his whole
In
career.
every single one of Adam Sandler's movies, he's a racist stereotype, but he's pissed at Mel Gibson for going on an anti-Jew tirade.
Is
Yeah.
he in The Wedding Singer?
He's in The Wedding Singer?
No, Nasty.
I don't know. I hope not.
I don't think he is.
I don't remember much of The Wedding Singer because I hated that movie too. Other than Billy Idol, other than the Billy Idol scenes and the part where Drew Barrymore gets her elbow hit by the tray in the airplane, I hate that fucking movie too. But that's the thing that's why I hate Rob Schneider because he's just a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah.
He's making money being racist stereotypes, but then he's gonna yell at Mel Gibson
For and the dual I don't know. He's made some
here's the
tweets
thing. Gibson, Gibson got drunk and said some things he probably shouldn't have said. But what he
yeah.
did, but at least he's not making money in a film being a racist stereotype.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And he's just not funny too. He sucks.
But then there's the one, and now that we're here, I've been wanting to say this for a while. How many movies have we reviewed where something, and then you go into a bar and you fight the rednecks? Like, was that Jean-Claude Van Damme
Okay, we
film?
did Universal Soldier,
Yes.
Best of the Best.
Yes.
Does Million Ways to Die in the West count?
Sure.
There was a bar fight.
Yeah.
They weren't rednecks, but they were cowboys.
Cowboys, but
At least three. We'll say at least three.
there's a lot
There's
more.
probably
than that.
more.
And there's hundreds of movies where you need an action beat. Roadhouse, yes. You
Ooh,
need
that's
to
fun.
Beat the crap out of some people, and here's a bunch of rednecks. Look, hey, we don't take kind of you types around here, and then you can beat them up. And it's like, what is that? That's a stereotype. Every Hollywood film
That's why I liked
relies on that.
That's why I liked your video on the Apu thing, and I wanted to do one on my channel, but again, like I said, I just didn't care at the time. I was too tired, and by the time I wanted to do it, it was like 2 weeks later, and it was But everyone on The Simpsons is a stereotype.
Yes.
You know, Barney's the drunk. Mr. Burns is the mean.
I said the same thing on my It's
I wanted to
all
say
of
that
them.
Mr. Burns is the mean old man. Smithers is the homosexual.
Yeah.
Homer, he's the everyday working man. Sort of truth.
Sort of truth. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I recognize his name too.
Yeah.
But Homer's the working man. Marge is the stay-at-home wife. Lisa, like you said, is the liberal. You know,
Yes.
and Mo is, you know, the somewhat racist, evil
The
bartender.
Italian guys.
And then the thing
Italian
is,
mob
and then
guys.
the thing is, yes, Apu is an Indian stereotype because, you know, he works at the convenience store, but whoever made this documentary is focusing on the negative aspects. They're also not focusing on how he is extremely intelligent. Apu is extremely intelligent. Like when he wanted to become an American citizen, he does like this 10-second, like they wanted to say what was the Civil War about, and instead of saying just slavery, he went on this 10-second reason, like it was because of this, because of this, because of this. So it shows he's intelligent. He owns his own business. He's very successful. He's married with children, this and that. But they're just focusing on the, you know, thank you, come again stuff. And Middle Eastern people have had this stereotype way before The Simpsons as well.
Yeah, and then yes, exactly.
Booty call. There's Indian people working at 7-Eleven. Encino Man. There's Indian people working at 7-Eleven.
Loaded weapon.
Oh, Jesus. But okay, fine. Loaded weapon. Wow, you're at 5 viewers. That's the most you had.
Ever in my life.
Probably never have more again.
No.
Yeah, but you do realize that one of those views counts as you.
Yes.
I was just gonna say it was one of those.
Yes.
And one counts as my wife sitting over there. But still, that's still better than what we had before. But see, that's what I mean. Everybody in that cartoon is a stereotype or a caricature of anything. But they're just focusing on Apu.
And and I brought up, of course, Willie.
Oh, he's the Irish.
Willie.
Irish, Scottish. No, he's Scottish.
He's
stereotype.
Scottish groundskeeper living in a fucking shed.
That was you. Because
shed,
you were a
yes.
janitor at one time and you lived in a
I
shanty.
lived in many a shanty. Yes, I had. If I had friends, none of us have friends. That's like we were just discussing this. We are our entire. Everybody watching this show now. If we could get Roger back on here, that's our whole crew.
He might be at work.
Okay.
He might be at work. I think he works.
Well, he still should be watching. Goddamn it.
He might be. He does security.
Okay.
So
I
he
used
might-
to do that too. This poor Bess, Roger. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Roger's a good guy though.
But again, like seriously, like if a poo looks like a
Mr.
jerk, what is?
Mr. What's his name?
He did security with.
Oh, Mr. Sturgis.
Oh yes, we got to talk about him on this show too. But again, if a poo's
A stereotype.
a stereotype, but not shown in a positive light, the fuck is Willie? Lives in a goddamn shit. Like he works at a convenience.
When I commented on that video,
Thank you, objective realism.
it's probably because he's a white guy.
Yeah.
The only person of color in those are my we're using my phone because for some reason Whitey can't get live on. Don't ever touch my phone because you can't get live on your phone.
I can't figure out.
But the only people of color on Simpsons is Apu and Carl, who works with Homer.
Yeah.
That's the only people.
And the jazz man.
But he's dead, and he was never even like a minor character. He was like a guest star.
Okay.
But Carl shows up every now and then. But other than that, Carl Carlson. Yeah.
Oh, the bee guy.
Yeah.
No, what about the
Bumblebee Man? Okay.
Yeah, Bumblebee man.
Also talk about Old Man Roger at the old place. So talk about Joker is asking you to talk about Old Man Roger at the old place. Your old place of work when you worked with Joker? Old Man Roger?
What now?
Was he the one that shit in the bathroom?
Let's tell that story. I wish Joker were here to tell that story.
Well, here's
Yeah, Krusty the Krusty Jew.
Krusty is a Jew, exactly. Skeletor. He's saying who's Skeletor?
The fuck is Nancy Pelosi?
No, who's Skeletor at the old place you used to work at? Roger.
What are we talking about now? I worked with Joker. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's what Joker's talking about. Bobo? Joker, he doesn't remember last week. So you know what? Fine, tell Mr. Sturgis' story.
I don't know who Joker is. I'm fucking with you on that one.
Or who
my
was the guy
God.
you worked with that tried to use the elevator, but it was like the hand sanitizer?
Oh, that was brilliant. I'll tell that one.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that joke.
No.
Or that bit. I was working with my buddy Joker at we don't work there anymore. We work for MedSpeed out of Elmhurst. We've been waiting to say that for years because Joker still worked there.
He doesn't work there anymore?
No, he's
Also the cigarette
yeah, the
story.
cigarette story.
All right, tell that one too.
Joker's working under the bridge now.
Gotta make. He probably still makes more money than you.
He does. Everybody makes fun. God.
Anyways,
So I had this
This
guy
is good,
named
listen.
Bob, and that's who Bob was. I think.
Okay.
Bob was my trainee, and Bob, I am least success. He is. He makes so much more. money.
now,
Makes
Bob.
Joker makes more money than both of us combined times.
What an asshole. Now,
Fuck him.
Bobo is not Mr. Sturgis.
No.
Okay. Go
So
ahead.
there was
Keep
this
telling.
old guy named Bob. This is Mr. Sturgis was up in Colorado. This is
Okay.
Elmhurst, Illinois.
Okay.
So the guy training me is named Bob, and he would do this funny thing where we had the scanners, we'd scan everything out, and when he
This
couldn't
is
see it,
funny.
he'd be like, "Man, what's it say?" And we theorized it's because he did too much coke. He had to snort up too much coke, so only down here could he see anything. But he just like that. And he wasn't that old, but he looked like he was like probably scalped and ready to fucking fall over.
Mm-hmm.
And so the drugs caught up with this guy, but he told me this story about he was delivering everything we did was like dentist office, hospitals, we're picking up medical specimens. And so he goes up to the elevator and he's clicking the button. And he clicks the button, you can't see my hand, clicks the button. And he clicks the button and he clicks the button.
He would do this funny thing and not die. He was
Yes.
54 at the
He's
time.
only 54, but he clicked the button and it won't open. And he clicks the button and he clicks the button and he clicks the button. The elevator won't open. And finally he looks over and he like there's all this glop on the wall. And he realizes he's been clicking the button for the hand sanitizer and not the button to the other. And then he reaches over and hits the button for the bing. His brain was going so bad. Oh jeez.
And then you got to tell a cigarette story.
The cigarette story. He was training me. He was driving, and he's smoking.
Oh, you told me this one too.
Yeah, and he's like, "He's done with this one," and he throws the cigarette out the window, and it goes out, and it comes right back in, and it lands in our pile of paperwork. And I'm driving.
Oh, no.
We're cruising down the Dan Ryan in Chicago doing 90, and I look back. Bob, your cigarette. He's like, what cigarette? He's like, your cigarette's in the paperwork, Bob. So of course he's like so blind and senses don't work. You could just
Why
imagine.
is he driving?
Exactly. But you could see him pulling in like 4 hours later with the whole back of the car on fire because he wouldn't have known. If I wasn't sitting there at my young spry 32 or whatever. Oh my God. So that needs to be a skit where he pulls in finally and flames shooting out of the back. He's covered in soot.
That's
he has
something
no
like
idea
that's
it's
something like
happening.
Grandpa Simpson would
Yeah.
do.
And that's the thing where it's like we were driving down the road and he's like, "Man, what's that say right there?" And I go, "What's it?" He's like, "Dude, what time is it?" He couldn't read the clock on the dashboard.
And he's
And
driving.
he's the one driving the car.
Why
I'm
wouldn't
like,
you drive?
I wasn't training. I'll tell you what, there's this asshole named Joker who was like, "Let him drive. You need to learn, fucker." Oh my God! But we were I forget the little suburb town.
My favorite line. I wasn't smoking in it.
So Joe, yeah, the guy's like, "I'm smoking a car," and it's like, dude. So I told Joker that because me and Joker, and here's the thing: Joker calls me on the phone for the interview, and it was weird because it was like over the phone. It felt like I knew the guy, and then we started working together. We became best friends and stuff. Next to you, Eric. But it's like we'd known each other 30 years. It was surreal, but we become best friends and all. So I would tell him stories. Just to tell a buddy a story, and now I realize, oh wait, that's an employee, and so I told him the cigarette story, and he's like, oh, so he is driving, he is smoking in the car. I was like, oof, I just pulled a Whitey, but it was classic. That guy just,
You're lucky. And see, the thing is, I remember you were pulling those all-nighters, and
Oh,
there was one
Jesus.
time when like Schmace couldn't get a hold of you, and so she was getting a hold of me.
That was a nightmare.
because you're falling asleep while driving and this and that, and it was a dangerous job. But the thing is, even if you got 8 hours of sleep, you still could have died because of the cigarette story.
Yeah, I was on the Dan Ryan, and doing 90, and I fell asleep, and I was in REM sleep. I was dreaming behind the wheel doing 90, at midnight. And the Dan Ryan is Dan Ryan Express. Like, I woke up, I shit you not, like we're sitting here, here's the wall. I was like that close to a semi.
Really?
I had swerved into his lane. I was right behind. We're talking 6 inches. We're talking like, here's the end of my car. Here's my dick. Here's so now we're not talking about a lot of space. I tapped that guy. My whole vehicle goes flying.
Really?
I'm dead. There's no question about it. And that's when I told Joe, I'm like, dude, I gotta get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna die out here. I drove by so many wrecks, and it's Chicago.
Yeah.
Black people can't drive. Every night I was heading out to Indiana. Every night there was a wreck, and every night it was backed up. It was always black.
Elephant balls.
But I drove by a car that was just in flames on the side road. This come back from Indiana. It was just awful.
Someone's talking about somebody for president.
Yeah, I don't know who we're talking about right now. Pat for POTUS?
Pat Little wins Cali. I don't know who.
There's a governor's election coming up.
Okay, and then I don't know what elephant balls mean. Anyways.
Did we tell an elephant ball story?
I don't know. Tell Mr. Sturgis story. How about the story
Oh
with
my God.
Mr. Sturgis, and you have to talk like Mr. Sturgis.
Okay, I don't know if I can still do it.
What was it? The only Mr. Sturgis. Don't forget about Lurch that replaced you. Backed into the garage door at Chicago 3 times.
Really? I don't know that you told me that one, or I forgot it.
You
But
probably
okay,
forgot.
we had
The
one.
Mr.
We gotta redo this story. Joker told this story about
The company dildo.
the company. It was while we were doing the company little one, but some guy came in and just demolished the bathroom.
Yeah.
Some driver came in and just shotgun shitted all over everything.
I remember that. This was.
I wasn't there to see it.
This was. Look up Patrick Little.
Okay.
But this was a story
He
you
was
had.
talking to you. Look up Patrick.
I'm not looking up none of that shit.
I'm
But this
trying-
was a story Joker actually told on the channel. Well, go ahead, keep going. So
Okay, yeah, but Joker came in, and he had to clean it up, but it was just like, I wasn't there for it, but you can just imagine like the whole wall and like,
It was like a scene from Dexter, only in poop. Gross. I can imagine.
it was poo splatter instead of blood splatter. It was poo.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Classy show we got.
How did Joker get shit duty? Is he the
I don't know.
was he the lowest
Poor
guy on the totem
God,
pole?
Joker, and who was Clint? Poor Joker and Clint. They were office. At night, it was like they were bitch. They were grunts, man. They had to, because that's how we really got to know each other. Because when supplies came in, they had to go out and work out in the little warehouse area we had there, and put all the supplies away. They'd be dripping fucking sweat. And I felt horrible because it's like now it was muggy as shit. Oh, they were both of them, and they
You
had
can
to wear
turn the
nice
air
suits.
on.
Or nice outfits. They had to dress pro, and they're just dripping sweat. So
You can keep it like constantly.
I
on
go
if
to
you
help
want.
him 'cause I
Just
felt
keep like the
bad.
fan on low. I like to say I was his sergeant.
Sergeant Joker, Sergeant. Yeah, that's.
Okay, Mr.
He wasn't an officer. He was an NCO. Type of
What
thing.
we were saying, Mr. Sturgis. The only story I remember about Mr. Sturgis was when he fucked up someone's bill, and you were. What did I do?
Yeah, what do I do?
Serious question between us, please. Okay. Well, that's true, and there's only 5 people watching, and one is you, and one is my
to
wife.
fucking do about the Jews?
What to fucking do about the Jews? Serious question. What to do about the Jews? He's asking you. What do you do about the Jews?
What do we do about the Jews?
Call up Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
That's
What,
what Gibson wants to do.
what to do about the Jews? Just fucking boycott everything they own. See, I don't divestment.
Mm-hmm.
So if you Hollywood movies, you don't like how The Jews run Hollywood. They run. So stop watching shit.
Weinstein,
Yeah.
he's getting. He was officially charged the other day and arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Well, he's charged. He's got to be found guilty first.
Yeah, he's got. They got
He's
to
charged with
convict
two.
him.
He's officially charged with 2 counts.
Is Bill Cosby in jail yet? In prison?
Oh, I don't know. I think Bill Cosby.
The Cosminator.
I think Cosby will fucking die before he gets into prison. I mean, like I said in the last stream, he's in his 80s. He's blind in both eyes. He's gonna die in prison because he's found guilty on like 4 counts.
Yeah.
And if he's found guilty on 4 counts, so that's at a minimum of 10 years. So he's got 40 years in prison. His fucker's gonna die. He's blind in both eyes, so he's not gonna see. He won't literally be able to watch his ass in prison when he gets to pudding pop.
Oh no. It's something about pudding. I knew it was on its way.
He gets popped in his pudding.
Oh,
Is he gonna make that Cosby face when he gets in the?
Yeah. While he's, oh my God! While Bubba's giving it to him, and yeah.
I just got stung by the brown hornet.
Do you think he would like be upset, or would he be into it? Is Bill Cosby? Is he a down low brother? Is my question.
I don't know. You never know. He might be into some freaky shit. You didn't think.
Once you hit 80,
you didn't think
you
you didn't think America's Dad would be raping people behind the scenes, did you?
For decades.
Since the 70s. I listened to a podcast. Holly Randall. She's in like the adult film world and stuff like that. And her mom is Suze Randall, and she did all that stuff too. And she said like her mom was a swinger. Both of her parents were swingers, and they were into drugs and this and that. And she said this is Suze Randall saying this. She was at a party once, and they were doing drugs and all that stuff. And she met Bill Cosby, and Cosby, felt her up without permission. She didn't care.
Yeah.
She's a swinger. She didn't give a shit. But I thought it was funny because they asked her. This is before Cosby. The interview happened before Cosby was found guilty, but all the accusations were coming out. And Holly asked her mom what she thought. Does she think Bill's guilty? And she said, fuck yeah, he's guilty. She said, if you're a man as ugly as Bill Cosby, you gotta put something in the girl's drink to get laid.
Even though he was married?
Oh yeah, he had extramarital affairs all the time. His wife knew about it. She stood by him. Whatever. You guys watched Full Metal Jacket. That's where Joker gets his nickname from.
Yeah. So
we even reviewed Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, we
before.
did.
And then the fucker deleted it.
YouTube was on top of me like stink on shit.
Well, that's because you kept putting in the stupid clips when I told you not to put in the clips.
It was more that I couldn't upload new videos.
That's because you got all those strikes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Full
Metal Jacket, I like up to boot camp. And then
and then the second half of the movie.
It's like, you start out with the foreplay and then you're banging, and then once Private Pile and Arlie Ermy die, you blew your load and you still have an hour to go.
And now he's gone.
Oh, that sucked when Ermy died. I was actually upset because the thing is,
74 is a good run, but it's still Gunner Sergeant Hartman.
I loved him
John Stark Hartman.
and not everyone knows him from Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
No matter what he does, he's always gonna 7 views.
Wow.
7 watchers. No matter what
sick fucks is what it is.
Arlie Ermy does, and then just dropped down to 5. Cool.
Yeah.
No matter what. Damn, since my Jew comment, I can't view your stream. I've tried to join numerous times.
What?
That's what Sword of Truth says. I don't know. Well, he just commented, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, but people have been popping off and popping back on.
That happens a lot of times with live streams. They
is
lose
it
a connection
or is it?
I think that's YouTube itself. That has nothing to do with your comment. Trust me, I've been parts of lots of live streams, and that are a lot worse than that. But what I was saying about Ermy, no matter what he does, he's always going to be from Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
But that man was in everything.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, he was always the one that stole the show.
Yes.
But he was in everything. He wasn't just the drill sergeant character. Full Metal Jacket. He was great in the 10 minutes he's in 7.
Mm-hmm.
I loved him in 7.
Oh, wow,
there's
fantastic.
a very funny comedy called Saving Silverman. He's a gay angry like football coach from
I
high school.
remember
He's
parts of that.
really hilarious.
Yeah.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake and prequel. He is more scary than Leatherface in those movies. So
Oh, is he the cop? In those movies?
he's the sheriff. That might be a sort of truth connection then.
I'm getting spinny too. I'm getting spinny.
But see, that's your connection. Yeah. See, might be the service. It might be the person, like sort of truth. Might be his connection then. And it's a lot easier to watch live streams on your phone than it is your computer.
You just got kicked off again. I bet you.
But he was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre prequels.
Switchback is one you still need to watch.
Yeah, that's the
Switchback
Danny
was very
Glover,
good, yes.
Dennis Quaid. Toy Story, he's in that. You know, he's
But, I
the
mean,
army.
it doesn't end.
The Frighteners. He was
Frighteners.
basically the same character
Yeah.
in Full Metal Jacket, but he was great in that.
Isn't that?
Yeah, he is. Remember, he's one of the ghosts. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the one that's picking on Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
He was just and then he was on a TV show that my dad fucking loved. 'Cause my dad's a Vietnam War vet.
Yeah.
Called Mail Call.
Yeah, I remember Mail
Yeah.
Call for sure.
Yeah. So that was a big bummer when he died.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, though, he lived a life, dude.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
Made a lot more money than I do.
My wife babysits and she makes more
I
money than
know.
you.
I gotta babysit for the people she's babysitting. What kind of babysitter would I be?
Well, one's a 3-year-old and one's a 1-year-old. No.
Horrible. No, in heaven.
Who would die first, the kids or you? Probably.
Yeah, they would kill my ass.
Yeah. But yeah, when Ermy died, I was pretty bummed because he was so good. Like, sort of truth, close out the stream, then come back, might reset it. But I loved him in 7. I mean, he said he has like maybe a dozen lines, if that is 7, but they're all memorable. Like when they're talking about the gluttony kill, he's like, so somebody didn't like the fat boy, and bled him out or something like that.
And then he's like hangs out. He's like, this isn't even my phone. Like,
or and a lot of his stuff was ad-libbed in all of his movies. And I like when they're trying to find a suspect, and then Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt are asleep on the bench, and he walks away. He goes,
wake up, Limber Twins.
Yeah, wake up, Wonder Twins or something like that.
Yeah.
I got him. Or so, it's just it's always him being the memorable character. And now he's dead, and that sucks.
Yeah, but we still got Dale Tice, so we're still good.
We still got Rob Schneider.
We still right. You can do it.
And Leslie Jones.
And Leslie Jones.
Oh God.
Ermy's gone, but you got Leslie Jones. He's gonna go kill himself
Kate
now.
McKinnon is the only thing keeping the sperm in my testicles circulating right now.
She was
Everything
funny.
is horrifying.
I liked her. She was good.
God. Every single thing happening.
No, he didn't tell Mr. Sturgis yet.
I haven't told him Mr. Sturgis.
Because we were talking about earlier.
We got distracted. Mr. Sturgis, I might have to revisit that at another point. How you doing for battery power? Are we plugged into something?
We're okay. We can keep going, but it's up to you. We've been going for an hour.
Oh my God, Mr. Sturgis. I hope he's dead.
Wow. You really didn't like him, did you?
Mr. Sturgis was a guy I worked with, and I worked at a hotel up in the Colorado Rockies. And if you don't know me, I hate our species. And
I think all of your subscribers know,
I know
you hate everyone.
4 people consistently watch the show. So here's a job. We're way up in the Rockies. The Rockies are beautiful, and you got your busy seasons, but a lot of the year it's nice and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And so here I'm the security guard, where that means I basically have nothing to do for a long stretch of time. I love this. So you got a walkie-talkie, and then I would just go and walk up and down a corridor and do a side of the building and then come back. And it could have been beautiful. I got my headphones in, I'm rocking out. But this guy who took the job, who took the short bus to get there, he's one of these guys who can't not be talking. He has to be talking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm one of these guys where, like, if I lived on a deserted island for 4 years,
You'd be fine.
I'd be fine.
You get yourself a couple monkey butlers. And
Exactly. I would make a paradise out of it and have a great time. And so every 10 minutes he's on the phone. He's like, Whitey, you gotta be sorry from Soviet, Whitey. And I'm just like, dude, stop fucking. It wasn't just me though, because we had other people coming in. Also, the one dude wanted to punch him. and so did I. But like, and then so there was always that. Okay, are you all the way or like what functionality do you have? And so one of our guys, my buddy Jay, just handed off some.
Keeps you awake on the night shift.
Yeah, handed off some edibles to another guy, and Sturgis turned him in. This is Colorado. It's legal.
I was gonna say it.
It's legal there. And so it's
Is edibles just edible pot?
Yeah, so it's brownies with some weed in it.
Okay.
But it's like, dude, that's like,
Keep telling
I don't know what the company policy is, but that isn't a crime exactly. So it was just a dick move. But it was like, okay, are you trying to get that guy fired or are you just retarded? But the one story that really breaks my dick is that I was doing my security thing, and then he comes around the corner. He's like, Whitey, this guy. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. But he comes up to me and he says, a guy came to the counter and said, there's a lot of weed in there. If you want it, it's yours. So some businessman or something went there. They all did this. They would go to the dispensary. You know, we just legalized like that summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go to the dispensary. They'd load up with a lot of weed, way more than they could smoke. And then they would come down because they can't get on the airplane and go back to the state where it's illegal. So they would just they'd be like, go to our porters and stuff, be like, here you go, kid, here's your tip. And it's like a half a block of weed. It's just some monstrous amount of marijuana. And so Sturgis, he's like, tells me this whole thing. We go in there, and then in the garbage can, there's a bunch of weed. We're talking like it comes in these rubber pads, just like pounds of marijuana. And he's like, hey, I'm okay. Yeah. And he lays it out and he's like, now my fingerprints are on it. And it's just like, your fingerprints, dude? And he's got a class 5 felony for trying to. So he stole his buddy's credit card, went to the ATM, and was trying to make a withdrawal. And couldn't figure out the guy's number. Like when he was there to make withdrawal, oh yeah, I need to know the PIN. So he's just trying to figure it, and he got busted for it. Like, this guy is incredibly moronic. But now he's like, my fingerprints on the weed. What do I do? And I'm just like, oh, Jesus.
Is he the guy?
But hold on, he already turned in my buddy. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like me, I would just take it to my sister and be like, sell this and give me half. Mm-hmm. And have $10,000 or whatever, $1,000, hundreds of dollars, and she could do it too. Exactly, you know her. So instead, it's like, fine, call the cops. So Officer Brad shows up, laughing hysterically the whole time, and walks away with a mountain of weed in a brown paper bag. And it's just like, dude, you fucking turd. Nobody, and there's nobody else there. So it's like, who's gonna turn you in? Who's gonna know it was there? Mm-hmm. He's like, my fingerprints on it. It's like, gives a shit. There's nobody here. But if I take it, you know, he's gonna tell the company that I took it. Mm-hmm. Now I'm getting fired or some shit. Or would I? And there's no way to know.
Was he the same guy that you said was gonna kill himself over like a ham sandwich?
And then he got distracted. No, he got distracted.
Listen to this.
He went through a divorce, and this is the way his buddy told me. He said he walks out there with a gun, walks out to the end of his driveway, and he's like, I can't take it anymore. It's too much. And he's like, is that sandwiches? And then he like gets distracted by a bacon sandwich and goes back inside and forgets all about killing us. That's who I had to work with for a long fucking time. But they had this thing because they were so it was run by the Jews. It was so everything they only wanted to spend $20, and it wouldn't. So instead of being paperless, they still had paper, and it this old as shit software that never worked. And what you had to do is you had to fill out all the different reports and had all the step-by-step process. Mm-hmm. And then once you hit I forget what it was. Once you hit the button, it's going to start printing out all these reports, like 140-page reports, and it's going to kick over to the next day. Once you do that, you cannot go back. Okay. It's now on the next day. Dipshit kept forgetting to put enough printer paper in the printer. So there'd be like 16 pages when he needs 160, and then it would go for the next day, and he'd realize it, and he'd be like, ah! And he would just like throw these conniption fits. And then the next day, like the whole time he's like, "This job is so stupid." And then when our supervisor would come in the next day, or his supervisor, he'd be like, "I'm so sorry," and he would be pouring down tears. And it was like 10 minutes ago you were pissed off, and now you're crying. It's like, are you retarded or are you lying? Like where
Bipolar.
does he could, but he would manipulate people.
Oh.
He's manipulating her to keep his job, so he would play up his situation
Mm.
and
I like how
try
you
to
call
get
it a
sympathy
situation.
from people.
Uh-huh.
So he was smart enough to get sympathy from people, and it's just like, where does your retardation end and your
Maybe it wasn't all
begin?
that. Maybe it was all that.
And so there's times where like he would do something, get what he
sounds
wanted.
Like, he sounds like the father of a guy I used to work with. Called
Okay.
Dave.
It sounds like a story at some point. Mrs.
I-
chimes in
I
from
worked
off
with
screen.
somebody Who was a roadie for Iron Maiden.
Ah, yeah, she used to.
So needless to say, the brain cells weren't all there.
Yeah. It was a roadie for who?
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, you're fucked up if you were. Like that, there was a Tom Hanks character in an SNL skit where he was a roadie for Aerosmith.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
great.
they did it with Wayne's World.
Mhm.
He did the mic check and everything.
Yep. But Sturgis was. Looking back, it's hilarious, but at the time, it was misery.
I always picture Sturgis walking away like Kevin Spacey in The Usual Suspects. Yes.
Yeah. Suddenly the limp isn't there.
And then he
shit.
molested the 15-year-old boys with Jeffrey
Oh,
Jones.
that's right.
Him and Jeffrey Jones.
Him and
Him and Jeffrey Jones playing with Corey Haim's testicles.
It's one on each side. They do the Eiffel Tower, like, high five.
They're finger cuffing the Haims.
Oh,
Corys.
They're one.
Oh my god.
They have to flip coins between the two Corys. Who gets who?
It's like we're gonna play a game. It's called Which Corey is my dick in his mouth? And then I'm gonna put my dick in one of the Corey's mouth, but I have blindfold on, and I have to guess which Corey is it. Welcome to Hollywood, kids. That's why we aren't getting in.
With Charlie Sheen as the pivot man.
Oh yes. Now, can we watch Platoon or Red Dawn?
Well, Charlie.
Red Dawn.
Well, you don't want to watch Red Dawn anyway.
Oh, it's so dusty in here. There's something in my eye. There's something in my eye.
Right here.
Red Dawn is a classic.
Red Dawn.
See, Thomas Howell's a badass. Fuck you.
But no,
I
Charlie.
love you, Mr. Kraft.
Charlie Sheen isn't really a molester. He just beats women and he's dying of AIDS.
Right.
There's a difference.
Or is he?
He looks pretty sickly. They did like a major league reunion photo of him.
Oof.
Him, Tom Berenger, and Corbin Burnson. And Corbin Burnson is the healthiest looking one of the three.
Which one's Corbin Burns?
Corbin Burnson is the one that's not Tom Berenger or Charlie Sheen.
Okay, he was a shortstop.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the asshole. He was
What
the
about
guy.
Eric Prescotter? Nobody, my boy, Eric Prescotter.
There were four main characters in the first major league. There was those three and Wesley Snipes. Burnson was the one that Sheen banged his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger Dorn. Thank you.
There you go.
Joker with the save. Eric Prescotter, I think he might have been.
He was in the second one. He
That
was
was the second
He was the
one.
retarded
He was
catcher.
the catcher. who
That was
couldn't throw
that
the-
was shot and killed
Yeah.
in Starship Troopers.
Yes, but he was also. I was just watching it. He was the bad guy in.
He
Not
played a
Jackie
bad guy?
Chan, who he always plays this hothead, but it was who was the Crow's dad?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. He was in the Bruce Lee movie.
He was when he was picking out. He was the one
Yeah,
picking
he
on him
was
in the
picking
gym.
on Bruce Lee's like my dad died in Korea.
Yeah.
He always plays this guy. And
He always plays a
seems
dumb
like
jock.
Yeah, he plays
He's
a dumb jock.
His chinks jump real high, huh? Yeah.
He cited the dimensions of the planet of the month. Yeah. That's him. I don't know what the character's name was, but his name's Eric Prescotter. He was Baker in Tour Duty. He's been in a lot of shit. But he's the guy where he's in all these different movies and nobody knows.
Nobody knows who he
I'm
is
the
but you.
one guy who knows the name Eric Prescotter.
And the only reason why you know him is because he's in Tour of Duty.
Tour Duty. Exactly.
If he wasn't in a military film, he'd be the dumb catcher from Major League Two.
I'd be like, oh, that guy.
Or
Or
the
I
guy-
wouldn't know who.
Or from Starship Troopers.
He'd be like, he's the dumb catcher from Major League 2. I'm like, what? Which movie? Because he was in Tour Duty. I know it's a life. That's how that works.
Yeah. That's why you like. That's why you were happy to watch Critters because Scotty Grimes was in it.
Scotty Grimes.
And then you
'Cause
realize
he was in Band of Brothers.
And then you realize, oh, this is way before Band of Brothers,
Yes.
Scotty Grimes. And then you wanted to kill me after we watched Critters, even though Billy Zane had a badass rat tail in it.
Billy Zane, who was in Memphis Belle.
See? Wow. You know what's really funny? You can do like a 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon with anybody.
Yeah, only it's like, which
Military
war movie
film.
were you in?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Name somebody. Let's see if we can do this.
Johnny Depp. Well, no, that's easy.
Platoon.
Platoon.
Layup.
Leslie Jones.
Oh.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin was also in, but I just said Memphis Belle.
There you go. See? Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones. Oh my God. She was in Schindler's List. She was the Holocaust.
Good night, everybody.
She played the whole Holocaust.
Wow. Oh man. If you weren't hated before, you're. We just got an oy vey comment from that.
Wee. That's so that to answer the sort of choose question from earlier.
That was so bad it gave me cancer.
Yeah, but where did it give you the cancer? So the point is, yeah, to answer your question from earlier, that's what to do to Jews. Give them to Leslie Jones.
Give them to Leslie Jones. She'll give them cancer. Wow. It's a good thing you went live, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. We.
I can't wait. I can't wait till you put this up on Twitter and you hashtag Leslie Jones.
Yes.
And then you have to
Yeah,
hashtag.
oh my God.
Then you have to hashtag Holocaust.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oy vey. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, Billy Zane.
Is it ass cancer? Which part of the ass?
Terrence, I have good news and bad news. The good news is you have a clean bill of health. The bad news is you have cancer.
What?
South Park.
South Park.
I haven't watched that show in so long.
I know, I
I
need to
heard
get
it's
back on
still
it.
good. I heard it's still good.
Oh my God.
Still called Kenny?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's a new book. I read.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, you just dropped Pumpkinhead.
Oh.
How did I even pull that off? Sorry. Oh, there's a kid sleeping like 10 feet away. I knocked up Satan's daughter.
Now that looks like a classic book.
It looks like you have it ready.
No, not yet. I want. That's the next book I'm going to
We
read.
do need to go through all your stuff at some point. As
We accidentally replaced your heart with a baked potato.
South Park the movie.
See, that's why I'm pissed that you deleted the Whitey stuff because the South Park movie was one of our best reviews.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
fucking
Why did you
asshole.
delete it all?
Because he's stupid. No, because he had a problem with all the strikes. He couldn't upload new material.
So why don't you just leave everything else up and wait out the
Because they kept blocking everything. So I
Yeah.
was trying to get off their radar. And I've got this channel now. I haven't had anything blocked.
Yeah.
I haven't had any strikes. I haven't had anything.
Mhm.
I just haven't really had the time either to get the show up
Until
and
people
going.
find the live streams.
Yes, until now. So it's like
Leslie
I
Jones'
was like,
representatives.
okay, because they were. I mean, and I read this article where they were talking about censorship and all stuff. One of my videos came up. I sort of crushed
Really?
one of my titles. This, so they were on. They had a microscope on my show, where they blocked everything that was coming
Wow.
up. And then finally, I came up with so many strikes, and I couldn't upload any more videos. So I'm like, even if I try to upload more stuff, they're
You know what?
just gonna keep
My
knocking me down.
buddy.
What were you being censored on?
Talking about the blacks, talking about the Jews.
His political
all that
channel got
stuff.
flagged so much they also
It
went
was
over.
called the Whitey White Guy Show.
Yeah, it also got flagged on his other channel. My buddy actually.
But I haven't had any problems on this channel, not one.
I have a buddy in England who his YouTube channel was just uploading movies. He uploaded what is it? It's not fair use. Public domain movies. You know,
Okay.
free to upload. That's all his channel was. And I guess he uploaded some that supposedly weren't public domain.
Durka.
And some that weren't public domain, and he got a strike. He got so many strikes that he can no longer do it anymore as well.
Wow. Yeah.
So he
it
hasn't
was-
uploaded anything in like 2 or 3 years.
This was
He just quit.
a massive wave of censorship.
And he
There was
also
nothing
had
anybody could
a Let's Play one where he would be playing Nintendo games, and Nintendo flagged him enough where he can't do it anymore either.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, because that's another thing I've been doing is trying to get to do Whitey Does Retro.
I think it's because though he played through an emulator off of his
Okay,
computer,
I play
and
the actual stuff
you're
off
playing
my
the actual
camera.
stuff, and you're watching it like you got your camera focused on it. I
Yes.
think that might be your way around it.
And now I got my old school camera because this when I did it with my phone it kept autofocusing, which is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get on that when I get home, but and play some old school video games on there. But the fuck were we talking about?
Durka.
Durka, but that's why they
Yeah, that's how he
they
remembers.
really had a microscope on my
Mhm.
show. YouTube did, but it's interesting
He got
because
caught by the algorithms.
exactly with the algorithms. But here's the thing: we just said Jews like 72 times.
You called
So
Leslie
it
Jones
won't-
the Holocaust.
But the one thing too is I no longer have a Google account, and that's how you make your money, the Google AdSense.
Mm.
So now it's just YouTube, but also that's one thing too. I haven't had anything.
Well, I think
no
if you
issues.
have a YouTube account, you technically have a Google account, don't you?
I don't know how that works. No, I don't know, but I'm not signed up for AdSense.
Mm.
So if it's just the algorithm, why am I still not getting copyright strikes or
Well, copyright strikes is
not copyright strikes, but guideline strikes?
Well, that won't happen unless someone personally flags your channel.
Exactly. But nobody's flagging my channel because I have 31, 32. What are we at? Like 32 subs.
But see, the thing is,
But
though,
I was only at.
but the reason why
800.
your politic channel was getting flagged all the time is because you had like 500 subs.
I was
And a lot of I
700, I
guarantee
don't
you over half of those were subs that hated you and were probably constantly flagging your shit.
I wouldn't say I had a few. Well,
Well, I guarantee you had a bunch that
because they would
probably
comment on stuff.
But I bet you had plenty that hated your stuff and didn't even interact with you, but they subbed to you just so they know when your next video would be,
No
just so they
shit.
could flag it.
Maybe. And it just like hasn't been a problem since. So it's like
Maybe
I'd hate to have all that stuff.
Maybe it's better to have like a low sub count then.
No, I still have a bunch of old videos on my laptop, but they're fucked.
Well, you could always re-upload those when
Yeah.
your laptop ever gets fixed.
And we'll just have to do it all again. So many flagged words and titles, so man swears over time. I didn't get done reading it.
Yeah, though it also depends on what you put in your title as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's plenty. Like if you put Jews, if you put the N-word, you put.
Oh, like
blacks.
if I do a video called "Fuck the Jews,"
I'm sure that'll get
is that
flagged.
going to be a problem?
It might.
But it was meant to be ironic because I barely mentioned them.
You know what you should do? Do like a 10-second video. It doesn't have to be on anything. Literally just put Leslie Jones the Holocaust. See how much
Well,
you get
we
flagged.
should put that on here.
You could edit that if you want.
You're the one who's.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm logged in. I'll switch it. I'll put Whitey and Cracker Live 2 Leslie Jones Holocaust Boogaloo or something like that. He's
You're
distracted.
both gonna get in trouble.
No, this is his channel, not mine.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm signed in on his channel.
Oh.
I'm not that stupid. Wow.
It's their fault. But what did Kate McKinnon do?
She was funny.
Something happy, like Kate McKinnon cured blue baby syndrome.
You're such a dick.
Do you know what blue baby syndrome?
No, I'm sure you'll tell me.
It was a heart issue. Blue babies weren't getting enough oxygen, so 2 doctors fixed it. So
One was Kate McKinnon.
but it was terminal. The babies would die. Once they got to like 10, 12, the heart wouldn't keep going.
Kate McKinnon was the Dutch? What does that mean, was the Dutch?
I don't follow her career. She's just hot.
Was hinting at 420, I'm fucking down. Or was hinting at 420.
Am I supposed to know this shit?
I don't know.
Speaking of Dutch, wasn't that a movie? Didn't
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta rewatch that.
That was funny. I watched
I just
that with
remember the kid fell asleep and drooled on the girl's boobs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna remember.
Yep. And the other hooker was played by E.G. Daly, who was the voice of Tommy Pickles from Rugrats.
Okay, E.G. did. That sounds
Still have
cool.
I still have a crush on her.
Yeah, on her or her voice.
Both.
Yeah.
She's still very pretty. She's in a lot of the Rob Zombie movies. She still does voice work. She was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. She was Dottie.
Oh, of course,
Dottie.
Dottie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
when
yeah.
that's when I first fell in love with her, and I've been in love with her ever since.
I can't.
She's
say,
cool as hell.
I can't say this out loud, so I'm gonna write it.
Oh Lord, why? Because you don't want my wife to
Oh,
hear
wait,
it.
she's
you
watching,
You don't
too.
want my wife to hear it, but she could read the comment.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I'm working with her.
There's children in the next room. There's a child in
I'm a loner, Dottie. I'm a rebel.
there. She was hot.
And there we go. And then we go back to the whole pedophile thing with Pee Wee Herman. It all comes full circle.
God, we can't get away from it. It's so rampant. What with the Jews?
Well, I told you Morgan Freeman is now the next one under investigation.
Are you serious?
Yep. Morgan Freeman did inappropriate flirting.
Oh, jeez.
Out. Inappropriate flirting, and he rubbed up against a woman in an interview or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Like I said, next up will be Tom Hanks getting accused.
Next thing you know, they'll start saying, so-and-so breathed on me wrong.
Yeah.
It's going to get to the point where you or I won't even be able to compliment a woman on the way they look.
Yeah. If I can't walk down the street and put my finger up your butthole, I've never met you before. What's the society going to? I used to do that to my college roommates all the time with girls. They'd just be like, hey, boop, right in the butt. Not the cheeks or anything, like the hole itself.
Morgan Freeman does it all the time. Huh?
Hey, whose turn is it to do dishes? Boop. I think it's yours. And then,
You know how you weren't worried, you were wondering about getting flagged?
yeah. But my friend Blondie, she was this.
Checker oil. That's two different people saying that, so
Yes.
it's actually a thing.
That's actually a thing.
I had a great stream, seriously, until you brought up the GQ. Now I don't know what it said.
Yeah, I brought up Israel.
Oh, well.
We should come up, well, just like Mr. Sturgis, we should come up with a fake name for the Jews.
He says he can't see shit, so either he was crying or I don't know. Just blame Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks again, Mel Gibson. I was
You
gonna
guys
say
say Mel Brooks. Leave us alone, Mel Brooks. He's a Jew. See, you don't hate all Jews.
I love Mel Brooks.
See?
Dude, fucking Anton.
He was a Jew.
His grandparents were Jews from Russia.
Yeah, well, he's dead now, though.
I
So
love Anton.
Anton Yelton. He was the kid that was crushed by his car.
He was Chekhov in Star Wars. And
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
I loved Anton. He was in Star Wars.
That's a thing. I always get that wrong. I
Wow,
don't know
you're
what it
retarded.
is. I'm saying.
He was young Kyle Reese in Terminator Salvation.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only really good part of that movie.
We did a review on that.
We did.
We could do it again.
We can. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if you'll get past Anton being dead now.
I had this joke I wanted to tell.
See, and that proves right there you don't hate all Jews.
No.
And you like early Mel Brooks.
Yeah. But-
Like Spaceballs and before.
Yeah.
No. Men in Tights and before, because Men in Tights came after. That was still good.
Like Dracula doesn't love it.
Fuck Dracula Dead and Loving It. I'd rather have my oil checked than
But
go
we-
through Dracula Dead and Loving It again.
There needs to be a joke where somebody asks me if I support abortion. And I'm like, how do you mean support abortion? And then he cuts me with the foam finger.
We're number one.
Go abortion!
Wow. You're gonna be banned from live streams very soon.
That's good.
Oh man. I'm just picturing you with a little foam finger and you got that hat with the two beer cans on the side of it and a little flag.
Yeah, exactly. I got exactly. Abortions!
Wow.
And then we'll have the abortion dancers like in
Prom night dumpster baby. Wow.
What was our favorite movie ever? It was
Howard the Duck.
no South Park guys, but it wasn't them. It was the
Orgasmo?
Basketball.
Basketball. And they had the
yes.
dancers.
Just think,
I
5
was
years,
all
10,
about it.
just think, 10 years ago, those women were still in high school. Oh, that's still my favorite Matt and Trey movie is Basketball.
It's sort of truth. I think we lost them because of the issues, which is too bad.
Oh well. Abortions. Watch the news.
Yeah, Ireland passed something. What did they pass?
Ireland is all about it, is what he said.
All about abortions?
I guess.
Yeah, so they can
Do
abortions
I,
in Ireland
as
now.
long as you've known me, do I watch the news?
No, this guy doesn't know anything about it. Legal all the way legalized it. Wow. So next time I give somebody the suplex oil check, drips down into their vag and then prego, going to Ireland.
From
More
that
people need to
dumpster
see this
baby.
show, dude.
Anybody-
Landslide, go Ireland, I guess.
Anyone
I don't know
wa-
how I feel about it.
Anyone watching this, Whitey wants you to share this all over social
But we
media.
need more Irish. The world needs more Irish, not less.
Congrats on killing your birth rate. Hello,
Migrants, yeah, that's what I was just saying. Exactly. We need more. We need more us. I need to start having babies.
Mm-mm.
I had lots of little shithead babies.
Lord.
So everybody start
You
donating
make
to my
$2
PayPal. I know.
You make $2 an hour.
And I can't get the welfare nothing because I'm white. So.
Mhm. Well, that's why you have to be having like a dozen babies.
See, no, we need to make being ginger a minority, and then I can get a bunch of welfare and stuff. And we can snap some ginger, half ginger.
Yeah, you're only half, so it doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Nah. Yes, Joker has been helping me out for months now. Unlike some other people I know in the room.
Well, I have a kid to support.
That's true.
I'm not supporting another one.
And a wife who sells handbags.
Mm-hmm.
You should bring up the thing.
And she's more successful than you.
That-
I don't want to associate it
No,
with
no,
this
she
channel.
doesn't need to. No, she doesn't need to associate that.
Toss it over here.
No.
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 We've only been talking about the Jews for an hour and a half. You're still good.
No,
No.
she makes more money than you selling
She
bags.
does. Yeah. Well, they're not just bags. They're sex toy carriers.
That's true.
Sex toy.
Get Joker one then.
Get Joker. Here you go, buddy. This is. Oh, so there's another story. Joker should tell us one about the double-headed dildo. I think it was just a dildo.
Or that he found in the
Very
van,
large-
right?
Yeah, he found it in one of the in one of the cars.
Well,
This
the
was
thing
fun
is though,
anyway.
when you have a when you
Yeah, I did. Walking ginger.
when you're able to fix your laptop or figure out how to you get yourself a mic and figure out your webcam,
Yeah.
you can send links to anybody who watches this, and they can, if they want to, also join in the stream and participate.
Yeah.
So if Joker wants to be on camera and associate himself with this channel,
It was a sizable apparatus. Yes, it was.
he could tell the story himself.
This was, yeah. And I might still have that somewhere.
Did you do this once?
You might still have that.
Well, did I delete
you mean
it?
the
but,
you
some,
might,
but I have a bunch of old shit on my laptop, but it's on the instead.
I thought you might
I
still
gotta
have the
fix
dildo.
No, my son did though. Yeah, hang on till it is about that big.
It's in my car right now.
Yeah. He hit a button and played a song. He was
Oh, hey, to anyone who is now watching this stream, please go back and watch the previous stream.
Yeah.
And just skip around. A lot of it was stupid bullshit.
It's
But
us.
skip around and try to find the story about Whitey and the balloons.
Should we just tell it again?
Go ahead.
It was funnier at the time.
It
but
was, but it,
We used to work at the same grocery store before it shut down, probably.
I wish I was
because
there.
of us.
I
Because
wish-
of the three of us fucked it up so bad.
I wish
Yeah.
I was there the day you did this. But go ahead.
And did we figure out what that was?
I think it was the meat sale.
They
Because we all had to
some-
wear orange shirts.
something where the building was just filled with orange balloons.
Yeah, we worked at a grocery store.
And then I was the lowliest guy on the totem pole in the whole fucking store.
It was
So
probably the meat sale.
they came to me and they're like, "Whitey, you need to throw out all these balloons." I'm like, "Throw them out. I'm taking them home." So I walked home with like 300 balloons. And it was just this massive.
What are you gonna do with 300 balloons?
What can't you do with 300
Did you
balloons?
hand them out to little kids on the way home?
No, fuck little kids.
You get arrested. They're
But-
gonna find some dude
but
that
not-
handing out random balloons to
Yeah,
little kids.
not fuck little kids in like
Jeffrey
the
Jones type
Jews
of way.
kind of way. Yeah. Everybody in Hollywood anymore.
Would have been even creepier if you had to go down that little storm cell by park.
Yeah, the movie
Oh.
It, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. It just,
We all float, Joker. You'll float too.
But I could have paid
That
for
little,
college.
like under bridge or whatever
Mhm.
it was called.
The underpass going into
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pool. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember before they had it.
Yeah.
That was creepy to
And they
walk
built
through
it.
that during
Yeah.
the day.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Nah,
we
you
live in a
could pay-
hood. Now you don't go down
Yeah,
there.
you couldn't pay me to walk through that now.
Mhm.
I could probably make some money down there if I'd.
Probably.
You have no pride. Go ahead, do it.
I have no pride at all.
Now, though. I heard it was cleaned up now.
Yeah, let me check the battery on this. Ooh, we're almost dead.
Can't you plug it into something? We have.
It's not
They're
that
right
long.
there.
See how long the cord is, though?
You don't have an extension cord?
I can get you one.
Okay, if you know where one is.
Yep.
See? That's why she's here, folks.
Yeah, that's what.
She's our producer.
Walking right. There you go, Mrs. Cracker, everybody.
She's a producer. Yeah, if you have a...
It's not that long. I've been telling you that for years, dude.
Prom night dumpster baby.
Oil change.
That's what she
she's,
said, yeah. Oh, she does have an extension. What an extension cord that is!
Wow, she's got a bigger extension cord than mine.
I'm jealous now.
Just like Michelle Obama. It's massive.
Did you know, I guess the Obamas have a Netflix show coming out now?
And his dick never worked again.
I'm serious, this isn't me picking on you. There's something
Is
in
it-
the news about Michelle and Barack have something to do with Netflix coming out within the month.
God damn it. They need to just be taken out back and shot. Why do they get a TV show?
I don't know. Yeah, seriously. Well, plug that in there.
Here, take that.
God.
Oh, there you go.
It should be a porno where she's porking him.
It might be.
Yeah. And then they go back and they reveal how he is a Muslim from Kenya and those aren't his kids.
Shove that in there, and then shove that in there.
Everything's going in a hole.
And then we shove.
Wow. We're the only jackasses live streaming this stuff. He doesn't do this on my channel. ladies
Yep, and it's
gentlemen.
charging. Yep, there you go.
go.
All right. So yeah, Michelle Obama and Barack.
Michael and Barry Obama. Michael and
Barry.
Durka Obama.
And didn't you work on his campaign?
I'm
once?
dying too. I
Well,
did.
turn
and
yours
I
off.
never did.
Turn
again.
yours off or whatever. The reason why your battery is dying is because you have this live stream going. You're just
Yeah.
get off YouTube and it'll save the battery power. You just pay attention to.
Fine.
She's watching too, kind of.
I'm
Or,
gonna turn it off because it's losing battery.
yeah. See,
Oh.
your
I'm still gonna listen though.
your stream.
But I was like,
Your
talking to
stream is killing the battery power of three
people.
phones.
I understand.
What an
See?
asshole.
Now I can't say things to folks. Bye,
Why not?
folks. So
that
anyway,
was just Mrs. Cracker
Yeah.
signing out. See? Oh no, that was okay. So she's still here. Someone else got pissed. It's
Yeah.
still, you know what? It
I
was
love that. I do want to just like go back and watch this. Be like us always doing this. It's on this tiny little phone.
Prom night
Dumpster baby, I have an old mom and dad. I'll do that on. I'm trying to get an acoustic guitar and learn how to play, and that's a song I got to cover.
Then you'll be on the
Gotta
street.
prom-
You'll be on the street corners, and that way you can panhandle.
Yeah, I'll go hang out with Drew Bob, and we'll go make our money that way.
Monkey, no!
Monkey, no.
That was Drew Bob's best contribution to your channel.
But that was me. He really didn't say much.
Well, he was in the video, like
Yeah.
in the background, so he chuckled a couple times.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
That's all the work. I did all the heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting.
That
You
was
guys
a-
talked for like.
We
We talked for like 5 minutes
I don't
picking
rem-
on Justin Bieber.
I don't remember how it
You were
came
watching.
about.
You were watching The Marine with John Cena.
Yes.
And you wanted to remake The Marine with Justin Bieber, and
Yes.
instead of his wife being kidnapped, it was his monkey.
Yeah, because he always had that monkey, so it'd be like, if you don't give us some money, monkey's dead.
How many subs did you have? How many subs did you had on your?
700.
You had 700 on your political channel.
Pretty sure.
How much on the Whitey, the white guy movie review channel?
100 and dirt dickety.
Yeah. Well, that's because for a while you focused mainly on the political channel, and you only did the Whitey show when you were over here with me.
And then
Best supporting actor, Whitey's dad.
Dad in the fire.
I
Yeah.
misread.
Yeah, he's down.
Yeah, I
He
love-
retired, folks. He's down in Missouri.
I loved. One time I was over at your shanty,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even on camera. And Red's a cool guy. I love him.
Yeah.
I met him twice, and you know he felt like a buddy to mine. and we were setting up, and I don't even, it was before we started the fire, and he literally just opened the door to his shanty, and he's standing there in a shirt and his fucking boxer briefs, and he just goes, hello, shuts the door.
I'll tell that story. He went through divorce. I moved in with him to help him out with half the what she wasn't paying anymore, and his dad is like going senile at this point. His body phone. So we had a toilet.
His most favorite thing to do was like walk in the middle of nowhere and find like bottle caps and stuff for the ground.
So we had the toilet got cracked, and we're sitting there looking at a very narrow bathroom. And as I'm looking over his shoulder at the toilet, I glance into his ears, and he's got a forest of red hairs deep into his ears. I'm like, dude, you've got a bunch of red hairs like they're climbing out of his ear.
Like a spider's net?
Yeah. So I'm like, dude, don't you see that? And he looks in this big, huge mirror right in front of me. He's like, hey, just like Bob. He's like, hey, that's it. It's like, you can't, can you hear anything? So he can't hear, he can't see.
He can't hear through the hair.
So I'm like, okay, fine. It was in my bathroom.
Oh, I remember
so
this
I get
story.
the buzzers, and I'm clearing out the massive amounts of red hair coming out of his ears. And then he's like, you want to get me down there? And then I'm like, no way, dude. He's like, I want to get my coin purse. And so I declined, respectfully declined. And then I go back to my room. It was on the other side of the trailer we were in. And I'm lying there in bed, and I hear this clanking coming towards me. And I look over, and here's Dad with his pants around his ankles, walking towards me with the clippers. He's like, anytime you're ready now.
That's fantastic.
Visually,
You know what?
we got to reshoot that because it was perfect.
I feel special now that he felt comfortable enough to open the door and use his boxer briefs.
He just had his boxer. I didn't see his
What about
happiness.
the one when if he was in the back room walking around like by the fire pit?
Oh, tell the story about when he almost blew us up by throwing
Dude, yeah, so he had this little fire pit in his shanty that we lived in.
Mhm.
Okay, the fire pit was in the yard, not in the shanty. But we were setting up to do a show, and there's a little fire we're trying to get going. We're sitting there with the little thing that you start the whatever
The lighter?
with the clicker, and it's like this. And he's like, well, and he throws like a gallon of gasoline. It's like, like
not
right
just
in
that,
front of
dude,
us.
that's just that he threw gasoline on, and then he had like a bunch of like folders.
Oh my god!
And, things full of like files and stuff that
Yeah.
he threw on top, and they just engulfed. And you also had lighter fluid in front of you.
And I'm like, dude, I have a beard, sir. Like we almost got singed.
And you know what the sad thing is? We almost died doing a review of Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I know.
Of all the things to die, we were talking
all
about
the
that
ways
piece
to
of
get
shit.
killed. That's the way to go. Apparently, Dracula Dead and Loving It. And you didn't like that film?
Fuck that movie. Still better than Dune though.
Dude.
Dune is the worst.
Leslie Jones. Have Leslie Jones be the
The
red
sandworm.
hair.
No,
red-
have her be the sand.
It's her badge. It's just coming closer.
Kill McLaughlin's right. Looking
then
for the spice.
The red guy goes floating up and saying, "Yeah!" And then into Leslie Jones's badge, and it crunches him up.
Leslie Jones's badge is the sandworm, and she can also play the part of Sting.
Yes. All I say is, what were they called?
I don't know.
And Atreides. Oh, I killed.
That was the worst movie you ever made me watch, other than Fart the movie. And every time everyone asks, like,
I am a dick for deleting that because I made you work through all that shit.
Dune or 1978 Star Wars Christmas Special.
We gotta bring
I
that
made
back.
you watch that one too.
Yep.
For me, Dune is worse.
Wow.
Yeah, you always said Star
Dune is
Wars
so
was the
fun.
worst thing that
Holiday
I
special.
made you watch. What is worse for you though? Because you've watched both.
Idiocracy was great. I liked Idiocracy.
Never seen it. I just know Terry Crews is the president with a machine gun.
Yes.
That's all I know. I'll watch it for Terry Crews.
You watch it for Terry Crews and stay for the rest of the movie.
Ah,
It was a good movie.
okay.
Mike Judge, dude.
Yeah, but Mike Judge also does King of the Hill, and I hate King of the Hill.
Cracker, you gotta see it. He's got a point, dude.
I'll watch it. I'm not against watching it.
Yeah.
I just never got around to it. But since you've watched both of them, what's worse, Dune or the Star Wars Holiday Special?
Star Wars Holiday Special.
Really?
Yeah, Dune. Because it's got a guy from Tour Duty in it.
Wow. I still think Dune was worse than Star Wars Holiday Special.
Kateem's in it.
Because I at least liked the B. Arthur segment of Star Wars Holiday Special. I didn't like anything about Dune.
I gotta look up that guy's name now.
What?
The one guy in the film from Tour Duty. He was just in one episode. He played, and then it was Tour Duty was. I love this show, but they in Vietnam they had all these little tribes that were out on the mountains and out on the jungles and stuff.
Okay.
So the guys from the platoon run into these dudes, and then the guy's like, "I'm Kateem," and then later on he's like, "I said my name was Katem," and he said it differently. What was that dude's name?
I don't fucking know.
He was
I didn't
in
watch
Dune.
Yeah, Dune was
Nobody from Tour Duty was in the holiday
Dune was the
special.
worst movie you've ever made me watch, other than Fart the movie. But whenever anyone asks me what's the worst movie I've ever seen, I always say Dune because no one has ever heard of Fart the movie.
They
Except
should.
us.
Except us.
And you know, you were an asshole because you made me watch Fart the movie on my computer while your ass was in my kitchen doing your own Whitey the White Guy politics videos.
Yeah. Dune from 1984.
But it was funny because every now and then, like I was in the background of your politic videos just getting beer and I was just calling you a fucking asshole and you would say, "Oh, I'm making him watch Fart the movie. He doesn't like me."
Brad Dourif was in Dune, so we can't be too upset.
Yeah, well, so was Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
And so was Dean Stockwell.
Jürgen Prochnow. Your boy Jürgen was in it, dude.
Jürgen from the classic House of the Dead. Our first ever Whitey the White Guy movie review. And you've hated me ever since. Here, what was worse that I made you watch? House of the Dead or Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Ooh. It's
Wow.
insane. The Insane Clown Posse, Big Money Hustlers was my worst. I love Big Money Hustlers. I've actually defended it on my channel, Joker. And they also made a prequel called Big Money Rustlers, which was a Western, starring Brigitte Nielsen, Flava Flav, and Ron Jeremy.
Flavor. I would have to. What was the options again?
How dare you, sir? Yep. Sorry. What we were saying?
Which movie?
Oh, I said, what would you rather, if you're forced to rewatch something, would you rather rewatch House of the Dead or Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
House of the Dead.
Wow, you really hated Killer. It was funny because
House of the Dead had some titties.
in our review of Killer Clowns, you seemed like you liked it or tolerated it.
It was. It's hard to explain the emotion that that evoked.
You know the best thing is that Red joined us watching Killer Clowns with maybe half an hour left, and right when we turned off the movie, he's like, "Whitey, that was the worst fucking movie you've ever made me watch," and then he went to bed.
I kind of missed that. I'm glad that's over. I don't live with. I enjoyed that, but living with the guy
Yeah.
for years.
Yep.
I can't find the dude. So anyway, fuck.
All right. Well, that was a whole waste of nothing.
What a fucked up weird movie.
What, Killer Clowns?
Oh, that's Everett McGill. I
love Everett McGill.
Yeah, Everett
He
McGill.
was in Dune as well. I love him because he was in
that's what I was
Silver
saying.
Bullet,
Yeah.
and he was in People Under the Stairs. He was in People Under the Stairs, and he was in Twin Peaks. Hated Twin Peaks, but I hate anything.
Wow.
I hate anything David Lynch.
Yeah, that like Dune.
David Lynch was Dune.
Yes.
Fuck him. Fuck Dune. Fuck Dune. Leslie Jones is saying
Leslie
vagina.
Jones needs to be in the. Leslie Jones plays the whole cast. She's Barbara Trades.
Imagine Leslie Jones as the talking head in space.
But not even like how she's like a really talented actress because she isn't, and she like plays them all differently. No, it's just Leslie Jones. Every character has Leslie Jones, so she's just like.
And you know, and,
power panic compels you back.
and she
And then
wouldn't.
it's every character.
She wouldn't need any makeup as like the fat guy who's floating
Yeah,
around
yeah.
in space.
What was that dude's name? He was the
Baron something.
The Baron Harkonnen. She definitely.
You
could
still
be the
remember
Baron
that?
Harkonnen.
I remember that was Dune was so bad you filmed me yelling about it for 2 videos.
Yeah. Hopefully, I still got some. I got some of that shit on my old laptop.
It might be on that channel that's uploaded some of your stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta download that and upload it.
But that was I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to redo it all. We'll have to bring back the.
I'm not rewatching Dune though.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Did you rewatch it, Howard the Duck?
The other thing that needs to happen, we can get Joker down here. You haven't ever personally met. You don't even know if he exists.
Well, I think now that he knows that I liked a movie star,
Yeah.
the Insane Clown Posse, he probably doesn't want to meet me.
No, he does.
All
He's a
right.
forgiving man.
It's your funeral, dude. Well, he's known you for a long time, and he still talks
If you,
to you.
if you still talk to me, you can handle this guy.
We'll see. Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Oh, where do we don't have
What are you trying to do?
everybody left.
Are they
So we're on comments. We're going off of people's comments.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else got any questions for us? Here we go.
If you build it, Joker will come.
Yes.
All right, start
We
building.
need to get you build it.
We're going to build a wall.
You know what? Do
The Leslie Jones wall.
the Leslie Jones.
Goddamn Mongolians. Goddamn Leslie Jones.
Should I watch Ghostbusters 2016 or am I better off not?
I say watch it. You're an
Joker.
asshole.
What should I do? And whoever
Joker?
else is still on the show?
Tell him he needs to watch it. Literally, and you have to watch the whole thing and give an honest review.
Should we do that tonight? Do you have it?
Fuck no, why do you... Watch it. Drunk. There you go.
I need to watch it like
No.
tripping balls.
You really think I would have that fucking movie?
Netflix?
I don't think so. Stream it. Like you watch any of your movies legally.
Yeah, I could steal it. I should do like film. I should live stream my. Have you ever done that?
Do a commentary of it.
Yeah, commentary.
Have it playing, like, don't film the movie. Like, have the camera on you as you watch the film.
Yes.
You'll turn it off within, like,
And then
10
like
minutes.
my face melts like at the end of the
Raiders of the Lost
Raiders
Ark.
Lost Ark.
I guarantee you, if you're doing a commentary while watching that film, when Ed Begley Jr. talks about shitting his pants for like 2 minutes, within the first 5 minutes.
What did you think of Ghostbusters 2016?
I tried to pull good stuff out of it. Kate McKinnon was funny. Even though she said the queef joke, that wasn't her writing. I let it slide.
Mhm.
She was funny. She was charismatic, very likable. I liked the cartoony, Scooby-Doo-ish look of the ghosts.
You're the only one.
Leslie Jones wasn't as Holocaust-ish as it looked in the.
Go Holocaust!
But Melissa McCarthy was a lot of fat jokes. Melissa McCarthy was a lot of bad jokes. No, I didn't like it.
We're cutting back on the Holocaust, 25%. The Holocaust at the grocery store.
There was a lot of meta jokes about how there's a lot of meta jokes about, oh, don't listen to YouTube commenters because everyone shit on the trailer. They defeat the ghost by kicking it in the nuts because it's a man, and the girls, yeah. You should watch it.
I don't know if I can.
I dare you to watch it.
Oh my god, do you double dog dare?
Biggest running joke was about wontons. Yes! The only thing that Melissa McCarthy kept going from the beginning of the movie to the end, instead of them living in the firehouse, they live above a Chinese restaurant, and the wontons aren't brought to her fast enough, or they aren't cooked properly enough, or she's a fat girl, she's hungry, and her food isn't prepared that great. Good night, everybody.
I
think your penis just broke for like the 10th time during this live stream.
I'm never getting a boner ever
Prom night.
until I get an
baby.
oil check. I'm not getting.
Yeah. See what
It
your
just-
dad's doing, and then you can
Oh
shave.
yeah.
Then you can shave him when you're done.
I can't. I don't know if I can watch this movie. I don't know if it can be done.
Don't be like the generation of today. Don't listen to Johnny from Cobra Kai. Don't be a pussy.
Do it for Johnny.
Don't be a pussy.
Okay, I could do. I could do that for Billy Zapka.
Do it for Billy Zabka. Sweep the leg of Ghostbusters 2016.
But we're gonna. Do I have to do that alone? That just sounds.
I would, if you can. Well, how are you gonna download it? Your laptop is broken.
I can steal it off my PC tower.
How am I gonna see it? If you can somehow make it, I can sign in on your channel,
Yeah.
like I'm doing now. We can, if we have to, it'll make you sterile. I don't need another kid, so I'm okay with that. You don't want a kid, so.
No, I've changed my
but then
mind.
what
I need
we
a lot
can-
of Irish babies.
But what we can do is
But it has to be an Irish
download it to
lady.
your
You
phone.
gotta find a nice Irish lady then.
Yeah, isn't that a contradiction in terms?
Yeah. Download it to your phone. I'll sign in on my phone, and we'll set it up in the basement. We'll watch it on your phone. We'll have this proposition somehow, and we'll give a running commentary. You'll walk out of my basement within 20 minutes.
If we do a commentary together, we can do it together.
Buy a lead plate for your jewels. Yeah, it might give you cancer.
If Joker would come out and join us, I could watch Ghostbusters 2016.
Don't put the pressure on him.
I'm putting the pressure on him.
Wow, I'm gonna tweet Billy Zabka
Full
to tell him
court
how much.
pressure. If you get Billy Zabka out here, I'll watch
Is
that
Joker
movie.
in the area?
No, Joker lives in.
Don't say where. How far away is the
Yeah.
drive?
He's that way.
40 minutes away?
Like
Hour away?
9 days.
9 days away? Don't make him travel all
I don't
that way
know
for
where he
Ghostbusters
lives.
2016. I'm not driving 60 miles for Ghostbusters. I wouldn't
80
drive.
miles.
I wouldn't drive 5 miles for Ghostbusters.
I wouldn't walk to the toilet for Ghostbusters.
Oh, you will.
It's right over there.
We'll be in the basement. There's a sink down there. You're gonna be puking.
Is it that bad? Is it 80 miles?
You'll find out.
So he's like south of Chicago, because Chicago is 60 miles, isn't it?
We're from where we're at. We're about 65.
Okay.
Yes to both.
Ghostbusters 20. My dick ain't working right now because the Leslie Jones.
We're
And the
going to
Obamas.
watch coming soon on the Volk Party channel. We're going to live stream watching the Ghostbusters 2016
we
with
gotta
commentary.
start just live streaming entire commentary films. We gotta watch Graveyard Shift.
Oh God!
We should probably. Watch
I
this
will.
one
I will.
again.
You know what? I'll review Graveyard Shift if you review Ghostbusters. I like Pumpkinhead. I'll
Pumpkinhead.
review that.
Yeah. Great. That is not a trade at all. Graveyard Shift for Ghostbusters. Graveyard Shift is like meh, and then it's
Yeah,
over.
but I also had to watch a Million Ways to Die in the West and Ted.
You did, and I had to watch
Star Wars, the holiday special.
the
But I
holiday
had
special.
to watch
What's the
Dune.
one with the duck?
Howard the Duck. But I did have to watch. Well, no, I was gonna say Best of the Buster wasn't bad. I just hated Chris Penn and Best of the
Yeah.
Bust.
Which I thought he was fine.
You didn't watch part of the movie.
I did have to watch Fart the Movie. Fuck you! Your Fart the Movie is Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh my god.
That is. But you know what? Since it's girls, you gotta watch.
Oh, so we're bringing that back.
You're watching Queef the movie.
We're bringing back. What did we call that?
Prelude to a Review.
Prelude to a Review.
I'm thinking of doing that on my channel with my wife, making her watch shitty movies while I have to watch shitty movies because
Yeah.
she wants me to watch Annie and like West Side Story. So I'm gonna make her watch like the Power Rangers movies from like 1995 and stuff like that.
I need to just quit my job and live with you guys. We'll just do this all day.
No.
We'll just hang out all day and watch
And don't live with us either.
this. Yeah.
All right.
We need to get a lot of work done on this show.
Hey, what? That's up to you, buddy.
Yeah. No, that's up to you folks at home. Both people watching this.
Please comment below. Should Whitey watch 2016's version of the Ghostbusters?
Yes.
If we get more positive than negative, he'll do it. If we get more negative than positive, he'll do it. Because he made me watch Fart the Movie.
If we get some people to actually sub to the show, like this is how we'll do this. Go to Vogue Party on PayPal.
You're not
Pay
making
me.
people pay you to watch
Pay-
Ghostbusters.
Dude. It's Ghostbusters 2016. Like
Maybe you'll like it.
it's gonna take a lot.
It's
gonna take a lot of money.
Worse things out there than that.
Fart the Movie.
I don't know.
There are. I have seen worse movies than Ghostbusters.
The Star
2016.
Wars holiday special.
Yes, Dune. I would rather watch Ghostbusters 2016 again than to rewatch Million Ways to Die in the West.
You're breaking my dick, man. I can't.
I would rather watch Ghostbusters 2016 than rewatch Ted.
Huh?
The only thing I liked about Ted was when they snorted coke with Flash Gordon.
Yeah, Flash Gordon was there. But at least you had Flash Gordon.
But this had Kate McKinnon, and she was funny throughout the movie. Flash Gordon was only a 20-minute
He
segment.
had that little bit. That wasn't that great. You had a talking fucking teddy bear.
That
And
was,
that's all they got done with it.
mm-hmm.
And I didn't even see did you see the second one?
No, I didn't like the
No.
first one. Why would I watch the second one? I hate Seth MacFarlane. You know I hate Seth MacFarlane.
You have a talking fucking teddy bear. Go to
If you
exotic locations and take on monsters and shit. And
Take on
instead,
Leslie
Giovanni
Jones. Ted versus
Ribisi.
Leslie
Yes.
Jones.
Leslie Jones, has she ever played a monster before? Cause she should.
Well, have you ever seen Ghostbusters 2000?
Yeah. But no, we should talk about happy things. Can you think of anything?
There's nothing happy on your
There's
channel ever.
nothing.
You're not the happiest guy in the world.
No, and you're not helping.
I know. That's why I'm here.
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. He's still alive.
He is. Oh man, he looks horrible.
Well,
I was watching. I got the Spaceballs Blu-ray, and he was on the bonus features. He's probably in his 80s. He looked like
he's got to be 90s.
He looked like Mr. Burns incarnate.
Yeah.
Except he had the yellowest teeth in the world.
Because they're 100-year-old teeth. They're 100-year-old.
They were the
teeth.
most disgusting thing I've seen, and God knows how. They looked like, candy corn.
Corn that tastes like candy.
Oh, he was disgusting to look at. But Spaceballs was great. That was a great review we did too.
We need to take Mel Brooks.
What are you looking
When
at?
will now be then?
Yeah.
When will then be now?
You
Soon.
just missed it. Is that?
Everything that's happening then.
It's happening
Is that?
now.
Yeah.
We're now. Everything that's happening now is happening now.
Mel Brooks.
What are you looking up?
His
how old he
age.
is? Well, click right there on Wikipedia. You're going to say his age. Click on Wikipedia. And then scroll until it'll say. God damn it. Why are you on Get Smart?
I don't know how I got
You're
to get
fucking
smart.
retarded.
You hit.
91.
Wow. It's still going strong. Yeah, those teeth. Are those the teeth in question?
Yeah.
Some pretty nice teethers.
He makes more money than you, and he doesn't work anymore.
Still, like, doing movies?
No, I don't
What
think he hasn't done a movie since Dracula. I don't think. He still produces stuff.
He does.
I don't know. I don't care. After Dracula, he could die for all I.
I'll pay you to change the name. No, sir, that's Mr. Coffee. That's
Leave us
Mr.
alone, Mel Brooks.
After Dracula Dead and Loving It, he can get hit by a bus for all I care.
Oh no, I'm not changing, bro.
Changing what, the Volk Party name?
Yeah. Just spent an hour and a half yapping about the Jews all day, and he wants to change the name of the show. What
Why
else
would
are we
you
gonna
change
talk
the name
about?
of the show?
Because it's too close to the Nazis. Because Hitler had the Volkmeister movement.
Well, maybe that's why you don't have that much subs. But then again, like I said, maybe you don't want that many subs. Because the more subs you get,
It's a PR nightmare. Yeah, he's got a point.
it's up to you. I don't really care.
It's fine, dude. The world. That's an interesting thing to talk about at some point. Is like, which way is everything going? Because is it pendulum or pendulum?
Pendulum.
And anyway, it was really super right after 9/11, and now it's gone really super left. So is it coming back right, or hopefully like somewhere in the middle? Enough of
That
this shit.
sounds too smart for me.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were talking about Dracula Dead and Loving It. You want to be taking someone seriously, right? I don't even know anymore. I don't
Have
even
you
know
been
what's
watching
going on
this
anymore.
stream? Do you really think he's going to be taken
With my
seriously?
32 subs, I'm gonna be taken seriously. But if anyone's gonna care or give a shit, like my Twitter,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
See?
but on Gab, I'm in the 2000s, and then Twitter, I'm just getting started. Already at 550 some odd. So if I really invest some time, I'm like, that's the people that are gonna pay attention to anything I got to say.
That's true.
I'm not gonna win the liberals because they're too arrogant and mentally retarded. So if I'm gonna get any kind of traction, it's gonna be with the Nazi crowd, the alt-right.
Well, at least you know your audience.
Yeah, yeah. And then we'll bring back the white. But I mean, he was okay with the Whitey White Guy show.
But that's because you made sure to explain that it had nothing to do with racism. We're just a bunch of like Midwestern bumpkins.
But then I
talking
posted a
movies.
video called "Fuck the Jews." So it's like,
Did you do that on the Whitey channel?
no, you're right. That was on
See?
show. What do I got? Show.
Yeah, the show, it got so fucking confusing.
Yeah.
But Whitey the White Guy show was just movie reviews for the
Yeah,
most part.
so-
and then you had your political channel, which that's where the fuck the Jews probably came in.
I've got that
You never go full Whitey. That's right. You never go full Whitey.
full retard is where he's going.
Yeah, I know, full Whitey.
So anyway, how long do you want to keep doing this?
This is yours, man. We've been going for almost two. In 15 seconds, this has been 2 hours.
Wow.
You want to cut it?
I'm thinking so.
Because you still got to drive home. And
I'm usually getting off of work right now.
So, all right. So in the end, we'll say thanks for everyone that. Well,
Yeah,
that's your channel.
Joker.
You fucking say it. I'm not gonna.
Oh, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the questions, Joker, who's the only one.
He's the only
talking to
one
us
left.
today.
The other ones did too.
And I'm Whitey. This is Cracker. That's Mrs. Cracker. I'm just sitting here. Okay.
Beanbag chair.
Making
Nick.
Cheetos.
That'll be what I'll be doing when he leaves. I got
Yeah.
a beanbag chair right behind you.
We got a guy in this show who'd love that. Naked on a beanbag chair. What the hell's that guy's name?
I don't know. Anyways,
Always tell me to take it off.
share on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joker. He said taking it off. Watch the previous live stream. He did show his nipple.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not lying.
vomited on the inside.
It was pretty nasty.
But we're going to get more stuff coming up. So, yeah.
Oh, maybe you'll see another.
Joker was good
It was.
seeing you ish. We'll get a good movie so we can get you out here.
We'll make sure to watch Ghostbusters 2016. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
We'll think of something that somebody's got to make.
If
a
I
good
had to watch
movie.
Fart the movie, you have to watch Queef the movie, and that's basically it.
We did it once.